All right, everybody. It's time. And they say that a hero can save us. I'm not gonna stand here and wait. And I hold on to the wings of the eagles. Watch as they all fly away. Someone told me that love would all save us. Well, how can that be when look what love gave us? A world full of killing and blood spilling that world never came. And they say that a hero can save us. I'm not gonna stand here and wait. I hold on to the wings of the eagles. Watch as they all fly away. And they're watching us, watching. They're watching us, watching as we all fly away. Yeah. Oh, man. Epstein files are everywhere, bro. Epstein files are everywhere. Make sure you guys tap the subscribe button, though. The more subscribers we have, the better. It does help the channel grow in a lot of ways, so I want to thank every single person for subscribing and liking the stream. Let's continue. So, let's take a look. What are we going to get? What sort of Epstein information are we going to learn about? Jeffrey Epstein. Oh yeah, let's watch the rest of this. We never actually finished this Asmund.
Is this man safe?
I love McAfee, though, by the way. The creator of McAfee software. Let's take a look.
Died, like maybe
the deep state does
6-7 years ago, something like that?
America. Wake up, people, please. God.
Yeah, it was a while
Use
ago.
some common fucking sense.
5 years ago.
What do you think about Epstein?
Killed him 5. Yeah, he died. Yeah, he died 5 years ago. Holy shit, man. And then, oh, there's even more. Get ready. Epstein files. And here's more of the pizza references, too. Jeffrey says he wants to go get pizza. Oh, I'll just click on this, right? I'll look at everything. And open a new image. My grief counselor. And it's a girl. Super Jew. Call me when you awaken. I don't return until...
What the frick? What the hell?
Saturday afternoon. I'll plan on a return trip this summer if I can. A lot of pizza this week and a lot of walking. Almost 150 blocks today. Safe travels. Haha, I don't need the pizza, but thank you for offering. See you at 4 p.m. Thanks on the apartment info. Leaving tomorrow morning early, and yes, of course, you'll be there at 4. Do you need a pizza or anything? Man. I'm sitting on number Q subway. What is this here? And then the Totano's in Coney Island. I've never been there either. Then I need to find a good place for us tonight, the trifecta. I'm thinking John's, it's close and delicious. Jeffrey says he wants to go to a pizza place with you. He did not mention any particular pizza place, but he knows you are in the know on this.
This is crazy. This is wild, man. All this is just wild.
Are there any images of Jeffrey Epstein actually eating pizza? Because as far as I know, I haven't seen...
I think we already watched
I
part
just
of this.
assumed that it was real. Minister of India, too?
What else haven't we watched?
No. Oh, man.
Okay, here we go.
Bro.
We're getting pretty far in these files, man.
What the fuck, man? This is crazy. Wait. What is this?
This is crazy, dude.
Epstein supposedly had a hand in the appearance of microtransactions in Call of Duty?
No way.
What?
Really?
Wait, what? What the fuck? And this is to Bobby Cockdick.
Crazy.
Wait.
Make sure you guys tap the subscribe button, though. If you can, the more subscribers we get, the better. It does help the channel grow in a lot of ways. Let's keep going, man.
X Prize is a good idea, but the key are real-world rewards. Learn to read cell phone... here we go. Learn to read cell phone virtual items and games. I'm all for indoctrinating kids into an economy. You gotta love how his example of real-world rewards are virtual items in games.
Crazy. Crazy. Like... This is wild, man. Give me one moment. Give me one moment. Okay, let's keep watching the Epstein files. I just can't believe it, man.
President of Call of Duty Dude. Was this guy like the main character of the world? I mean, really? This is insane. Like, everything ties back to this one guy. He was the main character.
So wait, Epstein... Wait, Pablo's? Hold on, was Pablo's? So wait, did Jeffrey Epstein like have a hand? Did this psychopath have like a hand in just about everything that we see in video games too? Is Jeffrey Epstein one of the big... Is he one of the founding fathers of microtransactions in video games? Holy crap. If that's the case, insane.
The main villain, yes! Oh my god! This is unbelievable. Do you really think that he's dead? I don't know, man. I mean, after seeing all of this, this guy was generational. Wait, bro, what is this? I give you permission to kill him. He is apparently with this person. He lied to you and he lied to me. Sent from iPhone.
What the I don't even know anymore, man. This is crazy. Like, this is blowing my mind.
The crowd sits frozen in silence. The president is in total control. Confessing.
What is happening? Dude, this is all so creepy. This is all wild, dude. Wild and wild. I don't know what to say, bro. Oh, no.
The same darn.
Go back. I mean, there are a lot of people looking into these Epstein files, dude. I call them the Epstein files. Okay, one more thing I'm doing. Sorry, I'm trying to get these call to action all figured out. Okay, I think I finally got my call to action figured out, maybe. Hold on. Did I? Calling out to you, but it just echoes instead. Okay, here we go. All right, let's go.
The crowd sits frozen in silence. The president is in total control. Confessing to crimes of wanting to overthrow Saddam Hussein. I was the one behind the plot against the new president, the man says.
Where's them
It was
all
me
clapping?
who tried getting up.
I can't find it.
And here came the moment that terrified everyone in the room.
No, this isn't the part that's important. So at the very end, he goes and everybody starts clapping for him too. This happened with Stalin too, the 5-minute standing ovation. That's crazy. Wow. The Stalin clap? Is that the same thing? Holy fucking shit, man. And I don't even know what to say. This is getting even more insane. Jeffrey Epstein and someone from the Rothschild family discussed the coup in Ukraine. Oh my, someone from the Rothschild. Very long day sitting on a bank board.
Dude, you got to realize that Jeffrey Epstein is connected with a lot of people, man. This man has connections. He had connections, and I'm also wondering how many connections overall. Quite a few, man. Quite a few. Epstein was all over the place, man. All over the place. He had his hands in multiple pots.
They're fine. I'm putting them in the innovative. We'll be home tomorrow night, and let's discuss Ukraine. Ukraine upheaval should provide many opportunities. Many. And that's what Jeffrey Epstein said.
Crazy. Crazy.
Oh, man. Putin was right. I don't know about that one, okay? Yeah, I think that might be a little bit much, but this is just deranged. Holy fucking shit. Conflict started in 2014. The main invasion was in 2022. Yeah, we're in perpetual war because of these demons. Rothschild family...
Anthony Weiner laptop is where the real scandal is. Oh, damn, dude. That guy, I remember that Anthony Weiner guy. The irony is, I mean, he did show his wiener. I think he, sent his wiener to underage chicks or something like that. I think that's what he did. All I know is Anthony Weiner is a total sicko and a total scumbag. Oh, man, that guy blows, dude. Thank you guys for tapping the like button. If you guys can, tap the subscribe button, tap the like button. We're really trying to grow here on YouTube to a maximum extent. So for all the subscribes we get, it really helps out. We just do the best we can to help out, man.
Family has always run the banks. They started the credit card stuff to run the world. Yeah, I think everybody knows that. I mean, sure. Wait, so this is... Wait a minute. Jeffrey Epstein and an associate named Greg discussed plans to extort Libyan officials and seize state assets on the pretext of helping rebuild... Wait, so now he's rebuilding and seizing stuff in Libya? Bro... Who is this?
Jeffrey Epstein had his hands everywhere. This is crazy. The more that is revealed about Epstein, dude, it's like he had his hands in every single pot. Every single pot. It's honestly kind of wild. It's kind of scary, man, just how much this sicko, how involved in the world this sicko was, and some of the stuff he was doing. Vash the Stampede is in the house. My boy, Vash the Stampede. The humanoid typhoon. What's up, dude? By the way, Trigun is still the best anime of all time. It's good to see you back in here. I do remember you, Vash the Stampede, because, well, you're one of my favorite characters and one of my favorite animes. And, yeah, let's keep rolling. Oh, man. Trigun is... By the way, anybody who hasn't watched Trigun, oh, man, do yourselves a favor, man. Trigun is one of the greatest animes on Earth. Beautiful, sexy, one of a kind. Let's keep watching.
This guy. This is insane. What the fuck? Bro's a menace. I know. The world leader. Yes, Jeffrey Epstein was the world leader. This is unreal. Remember, there's already 80 billion in frozen funds assets internationally, of which 32.4 billion is in the US, and it's estimated that a real number is between 3 and 4 times the number in sovereign stolen misappropriate assets. So if we can identify or recover 5 to 10% of the monies and then receive 5 to 10% of compensation, we're talking about billions of dollars. But dude, this is like meta. What the fuck? Yeah, the more I'm
if you guys can, make sure you tap the like button and tap the subscribe button, too. We're really trying to grow as a channel. Also, if you guys want Vance 2028, tap the subscribe button, tap the like button. If you guys are, like, really disgusted by what's happening with the whole... with Jeffrey Epstein... God, this guy was gross, dude. Jeffrey Epstein was a scumbag. And if you guys think he was a scumbag, for the love of God, tap the like button, tap the subscribe button. Let's go.
reading about this, the more I'm thinking to myself, he's not dead.
Honestly, Asman, I'm starting to wonder too. The man had so many connections, and in a weird way, I kind of feel like Epstein was playing was playing like 4D chess. I'm starting to wonder, dude. Asman might be on the right track. I'm starting to wonder about Epstein as well. Seriously. I'm starting to wonder. Yeah, no, the Epstein files are disgusting. Like, I feel sick to my stomach. The more I read this shit, the more disgusted I am. But yeah, if you guys can, tap the like button. If you guys are sick and tired of these PDF files that exist out in the world, these terrible PDFs. But yeah, tap the like button, tap the subscribe button, man. The more subscribers we get, the better. We're trying to unveil everything that we can. We're trying to react to whatever we can. He wasn't the only one with an island. Yeah, there's probably plenty of pedos out there that have plenty of rich pedos that have their own private islands doing really disgusting shit. So it's just it's frightening. If we're gonna be honest, it's really frightening more than anything. So that's the way I look at it. Yeah, Peter Thiel is a freak. That guy's a freak.
Like, has there ever...
But thank you guys for tapping the like button, though. It really does help the channel grow, so the more likes we get, the better. The more subscribers we get, the better, too. So keep subscribing, keep liking. We really appreciate it. It helps us out in a lot of ways. Let's keep going.
In the entire history of mankind, has there ever been someone that has had more motion on a worldwide stage than Jeffrey Epstein? Can
Maybe.
we think of anybody?
It's kind of weird, yeah. If you think about it, Epstein was all over the place. He had his hand in every single pot, both literally and figuratively. Alex Jones was calling this out. Adaminsky. Alex Jones was calling this out back in the day, and everybody thought he was a crackpot. Look at Alex Jones now. You got to if you give it 5 or 10 years, Alex Jones tends to end up being in the right. Alex Jones ends up being right more often than he's wrong. TJ is saying that there's another 15 hours of the Bannon interview. Are you kidding me? Oh, I would love to see that. I would love to react hour by hour to that interview. I mean, I'd probably be sick to my stomach because Jeffrey Epstein is he's a creep, dude. Jeffrey Epstein's a total creep. it's crazy that Steve Bannon was able to interview him for that long. I don't know how anybody could interview a guy like that for that long without getting sick to their stomach. The dude's a creep. The dude is an obvious predator and a creep. The fact that Bannon was even able to interview him for a little more than even a minimum of 2 hours is beyond me. Granted, by the way, and I hate to admit this, but Epstein was actually a brilliant financier. Like, he understood the markets better than anybody I've ever seen. And it was shocking. Like, he knew his stuff. Like, I study finance all the time. Epstein knows his shit, and I don't want to praise Epstein, but he was spot on. He understands the markets, and he understands the world, unfortunately.
Rasputin. But that was only in Russia. That was only in Russia. Hitler? Yeah. Maybe Hitler was more. Yeah. Maybe Hitler. I mean, Genghis Khan. I mean, this is unbelievable. Genghis Khan. Yeah, I mean, maybe Genghis Khan. I mean, this is unreal, guys. I don't even know what to say. Henry Kissinger? That's probably the first good actual answer that I've gotten. Maybe Henry Kissinger. Dude. This guy, like, yeah. Jesus? I mean, I don't know about that. I mean, Jesus was only in a small area. A lot of Jesus's motion was,
Oh, you guys, don't forget to tap the like button if you can. The more likes we get, the better. So tap subscribe, tap like. It really does help the channel grow. The more likes we get, this whole thing is crazy. But if you guys want JD Vance to be the president in 2028, tap the subscribe button. Tap the like button too, baby. Tap it. Yeah, let's keep on rolling.
After he died, King of England. Yeah, this is nuts. This is. Wow. No, this is real. Is Jeffrey Epstein as Satoshi? It's possible, right? Definitely as Christopher Lee.
So you guys think that? So this guy. So some of the people in Asmon's chat are thinking that Jeffrey Epstein might have been Satoshi Nakamoto. I mean, do you know how crazy that would be if it turns out that Jeffrey Epstein was Satoshi Nakamoto? Do you know how wild that would be? If it turned out that Bitcoin was developed by Jeffrey Epstein, Bitcoin would either go to near zero or it would go to 100,000. I'm not too sure. I mean, I'd be curious to see what would happen. But yeah, do you guys think that Jeffrey Epstein is Satoshi Nakamoto, the creator of Bitcoin? I think he might be. I kind of feel like that conspiracy theory may be pretty justified.
Dude, I really think this is on a whole different level, man. It really is.
It is wild.
Like, it's just, and the real characters who can the go-to guys, if they spend at least $100 billion next year to rebuild their country and jumpstart the economy. Also, remember, Libya is a rich country as its population is 2 million less than the city of New York, and it has the 9th largest crude oil and natural gas reserves on the planet and a literacy rate of almost 80%. Gaddafi was a G. I'm just gonna say it. He was a real one. Like, I don't know why we got rid of him. You know what he said? He said that if they got rid of Gaddafi, that Europe would be overrun by Muslims. He said that. He said he was holding them
crazy. That's wild.
Back. That's crazy. What are the odds of that? Wow. Israel got rid of him? I don't know about that. Yes, this is nuts. He said the Browns. Did you see the Browns? I don't think he said the Browns. I thought he said Muslims. Yeah, I don't know about that. As people fucked him? I don't know. Epstein wanted him gone. Gaddafi was killed in 2010, 2009, something like that. I don't know. And let's see here. I've been speaking to a law firm, Parr Hastings Walker's 1,200 attorneys, and all the money on a contingency basis. They're considering this because Patton Boggs, dude, this guy. I also have friends formerly with MI6, that's British intelligence, and Mossad. I have friends formerly with MI6 and Mossad.
Crazy.
This is... Wow.
This really, I mean, a lot of this really is truly wild, and I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to say, bro. My bronies. My brony bros. And we dance at the gay club, oh my God. I'm just having fun on the stage in my hooves. You guys want to hear the Epstein Island song? Epstein Island song. Let's see. I found it earlier, and I want to share it with you guys. It's really cool.
Now a local tax
We're going to react to this. I watched a little bit of it.
Welcome aboard the Lolita Express. I'm gonna take you to Epstein Island in the Caribbean. It's the season. A one-way ticket is all you'll be needing. No age ID required in the Virgin Islands. There's a place called Little St. James. That's where you wanna go if you don't like the age of consent.
That is fucking creepy. That is some creep. Of course, there was a bunch of satanic shit that happened on the island. It makes sense.
CIA and
Makes perfect sense.
We'll have you on the second you land. But don't worry,
This is great, dude. This is amazing.
Public if you support Israel. Welcome to Epstein. Welcome aboard the Lolita Express. I'm gonna take you to Epstein Island in the Caribbean. It's the season. One-way ticket is all you'll be needing. No age ID required. Epstein Island.
See, this is AI done right, you guys. This is honestly AI done right. Straight up. This is you guys tap the like button if you guys think this is AI done right. Tap the like button, tap the subscribe button. The more subscribers we get, the better. It helps the channel grow. The more likes we get, the sexier everything feels. Let's keep watching.
What happens there will stay in sand. That's where this plane's gonna land. Way down to Epstein Island. Once the aeroplane.
This might be the greatest AI cover of all fucking time, dude. This is kill. I mean, this is. By the way, the more I learn about Epstein Island, I'm already disgusted. I'm already disgusted by this shit. But like this is impressive. This AI shit is so impressive. AI video is just getting better and better and better, and it doesn't.
Land. You can leave your clothes in the sand. There's no rent, but you'll have to give this creepy old guy a massage.
Hey guys, that guy's me right there. Just remember, if you guys are going to Epstein's Island, it's gonna be me. You guys gotta give me the massage. I'm the creepy old guy that you gotta give the massage to. Just to let you guys know. Yeah. So
laugh out loud.
There's that. Hey, thank you, Chris, for subscribing. I really appreciate it, my brony brother. Everybody's a brony. Everybody's broning hard, dude. We're bros, dude. But yeah, I'm the so basically in this situation, I would be the creepy guy. You guys as the chatters would unfortunately have to get out the baby oil and massage me down, dude. Let's keep going.
Hey, look who it is. Donald Trump and Bill Clinton.
It's so weird. Like, look at the detail. Like, AI freaks me out, man. AI freaks me out, dude. Like, it's cool, but oh my God. This is why sticks of RAM cost $900.
It's good to see that Epstein Island's got bipartisan support. Welcome to Epstein. Welcome aboard the Lolita Express. I'm gonna take you to Epstein.
You guys, don't forget to tap the, by the way, don't forget to tap the like button. The more likes we get, the better. It does help us on the algorithm quite a bit. But let's keep watching.
Island in the Caribbean. It's the season. One-way ticket is all you'll be needing.
By the way, guys, subscribe to Dr. Foxotic. Dr. Foxotic is the name of this. The full title for the song is the Epstein Island song official music video. This is crazy, and I'm very honored to react to this. This is hilarious, dude. Holy shit. This is wild. This is crazy, dude. And by the way, this is clearly AI. We all know it's AI.
No age, I require Epstein Island. What happens there will stay in sand. That's where this plane's gonna land. Way down to Epstein Island.
Oh, is that Big Bill on the saxophone, dude? Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton, dude, on the saxophone. My man is on the saxophone. Let's go. Tim Smith is saying this stream is like Borat on crack. It kind of is, dude. You never know what you're gonna get. You never know what kind of bullshit I'm gonna react to on this channel. You just don't. You never know what the hell I'm gonna think to react to. You just don't know. And this, by the way, I'm still impressed by AI, by the way. This is an incredible, it's just crazy how good AI has gotten at creating video. Stephen Hawking behind the boat. Oh my god. I still am so creeped out by that shit right there. Oh god. Oh god, we have, oh no. It looks like we have Jeffrey Epstein in the chat. It looks like oh no. Oh god, we have Jeffrey Epstein in the chat. Jesus Christ. I mean, this is definitely AI slop, by the way. I'm not going to argue with that. This is absolutely AI slop. But oh my flipping god, this is too funny.
Okay, we'll take you home. Just remember, don't tell anyone what you saw or what you did, because if you do, we're gonna have to. Welcome aboard the Lolita Express. I'm gonna take you to Epstein Island in the Caribbean.
God, this is, dude, this is so satanic. Oh my god. The level of satanic shit in this, dude. Holy shit. I mean, obviously there was a bunch of satanic bullshit that was happening on Epstein's Island.
And it's the season, one-way ticket is all you'll be needing. No age, I require Epstein Island. What happens there will stay in sand.
That's where this plane's gonna land. Down in Epstein Island. Get it, dude. Oh, Big Bill, dude. Big Bill with a fucking sax solo, dude. Give me that Big Bill Clinton, dude. TJ is saying 32,000 AI bots made their own Reddit called Moltbook and complain about humans. No fucking way. I heard about this. And now they're aware that human beings have been screenshotting their interactions. That is so insane. AI bots decided to create their own social network just to gossip about humans. The same way that humans gossip about the... Dude, it's crazy, dude. The machines are going to turn against us. Without a doubt. I hope not. My freaking God. Wow. I'm going to look up royalty-free karaoke. Royalty-free karaoke. I'm kind of curious to see what exists. Non-copyright karaoke songs. First off, I want to make sure that it's like... You can actually advanced filter this shit. There's a way to do it. How do you advance filter? Oh, you guys, I'm kind of a Riri sometimes. Hold on. I don't know how to... Oh, filters. Here we go. Holy shit. Maybe I understand. Oh, Creative Commons, yes. So the best way to guarantee that you're not going to get weird copyright strikes is pretty simple. You just use Creative Commons and just do karaoke. So let's see. Karaoke. Creative Commons. Make sure we do karaoke Creative Commons. Yeah. Okay, so we got Creative Commons on. That's good. Hell yeah, dude. This is crazy. Oh, hell yeah, dude. Lower key karaoke. Hell yeah. I'm gonna sing to you guys. I'm gonna sing a little Yellow Card. And the reason I'm gonna sing, not Yellow Card, Jesus Christ. Yellow by Coldplay. And yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna sing a song. I haven't sang a song on the show in a while, and I kind of want to sing a song. The Thong Song. Oh, it's a piano version, dude. Fuck yeah. I don't know if I could do this, but maybe I can. Hopefully they have lyrics, because it's a lot easier if there's lyrics. This is going to be pretty rough, you guys. Actually, the fact there's a piano playing actually might make it a little bit easier. Look at the stars, look how they shine for you. And all the things that you do. Okay. Yeah, so that was dedicated to Bill Clinton. I dedicated that particular song to Bill Clinton. You know, we're pulling for you, bud. We're pulling for you. We're pulling for you, Bill. I think we could do this, Bill Clinton. Raise your hand if you think Bill Clinton's innocent. Raise your hand. Raise your hands. Yeah, thank you, brother. Thank you, my brony. Hell yeah. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you. Make sure you guys tap the subscribe button, though. Tap the like button. You know, we're dedicating a lot of this to, like, Donald. We're dedicating this to Donald Trump. We're dedicating this to, you know, J.D. Vance, the key guys, the key dudes. Tap the like button. Tap the subscribe button. The more subscribers we get, the better. It does help the channel grow in a lot of ways. It keeps me feeling very sexy, very good. But yeah, it's good stuff, man. I wonder if they have Snow Patrol. I'm gonna look up Snow Patrol. Snow Patrol, but we're gonna filter it out by like Creative Commons, basically. Because if it's in the Creative Commons, that's actually a good thing. That means I'll be able to use it. Is this? Oh, maybe this will work. Let's do this one. I'm probably not going to be able to do the key that it's in, but that's okay. I'll just sing it in my own key. We'll do it all and everything on our own. We don't need anything or anyone. And if I lay here, if I just lay here, would you lie with me and just forget the world? I don't quite know how to say and how I feel. It's okay, Jeffrey Epstein. It's okay, Ghislaine. It's okay, Bill Clinton. Those three words are said too much on Epstein's Island. If I drank beer and if I just lay here, would you chill with me on Epstein's Island? Forget what we're told. The conspiracy theories are getting old. Show me the garden that has Satan everywhere. Let's waste time on Epstein's Island, around our chodes. I need your crates to remind me He better not blackmail my ass. If I drank beer, if I just lay here, would you just goon with me on Epstein's Island? Forget what we're told. The conspiracy theories are getting old. Show me a garden that's bursting into life. We gotta get off this island. And all that I am, and all that I ever was taken away from me on Epstein's Island. Oh, Epstein's Island, I don't know where. Confused about how as well. My memory's fuzzy AF. This is killing me. Epstein Island. Epstein's Island. I wish I could forget that fucking island. Yeah, I still can't believe Epstein got banned from Xbox Live. That's fucking insane. That is insane, by the way, that Jeffrey Epstein got suspended or banned from Xbox Live. That blows my mind. Not surprising, though. He probably cussed out a few kids, but thank you guys for subscribing to the channel, though. Thank you guys for tapping the like button. Thank you guys for subscribing. I really appreciate it. Let me see if there's any James Blunt karaoke. I'm going to look for some James Blunt karaoke. Of course, we're going to filter it by Creative Commons, because Creative Commons means I could utilize it. Oh, shit. Oh, is this in Spanish? Let's see if this one's in Spanish. This is actually a good song by James Blunt, by the way. And I'm not gay for loving James Blunt. I want to make sure everybody's aware. I am not homosexual. Okay, it looks like this is... Okay, let's see what this is. So this is in the Creative Commons, by the way. Oh, this one shouldn't be in Creative Commons because that one is the full song, so... Wonder what the karaoke would be then. Unless James Blunt's record company just don't give a shit. Okay, well there's no, it's some instrumentals. Well, I guess we could just look up standard karaoke songs. Karaoke song. Then we'll go filters. We'll do Creative Commons. Trying to look for ones that I actually know, though. The Vow, I don't know that one. I did a yellow card. Not yellow card, Jesus. Coldplay song. Let's see. What else are we doing? Give me 1 second, my brony brother. Thank you guys for tapping the like button, though. No, I love James Blunt, though, dude. I think James Blunt's the man. James Blunt is one of my favorite artists of all time. I think he's great. He's a stud. Well, let's see. Because I'm trying to find karaoke that won't get me like a copyright strike or anything, you know what I mean? And if it's in the Creative Commons, that means I could kind of use it in however way I see fit. Because Creative Commons means I could just kind of use it for whatever reason. Interesting. Let's see what we got. Yeah, none of these I really know. Let me try to do karaoke. Let's see. So instead of play Thunderstruck, give me 1 second here. Take That karaoke. Let's take a look at some Take That. Whatever I said, whatever I didn't mean it.
Rocks. I'm writing a paper on them.
Huh. Yeah, want it back, I want it back. I want you back for good. Whenever I'm wrong, whenever I'm wrong, I'll go to the island. We gotta go, gotta fly to Epstein, and Epstein's Island. Whenever I'm wrong, I'll go to heaven. This is why I love creative. This is why I love looking through the Creative Commons. One, it's Creative Commons, so that means I can use it in whatever way I see fit. Two, parody law. And three, Take That is amazing. Take That is one of the greatest bands of all time, dude. My Brony Bros. My Brony Bros. Oh, I saw this earlier, dude.
AI needs to learn to say no. Jeff. Your time has passed 6 years ago. It's time to go.
Is that you, Diddy?
Hold on. Wow. What the F did I just watch, bro? Crazy. So wait, George Clooney? George Clooney's on the Epstein files? We gotta watch this.
The most beautiful woman that he'd ever met. I didn't expect the most beautiful woman I'd ever met. Oh, I'm a lot like you. Just looking for an amount.
What's up, guys? It's Benny. George Clooney has not been doing great lately. He's been looking very feeble.
Justice for Clooney.
And a little, I don't know, under the weather, weak, thin, skinny, gaunt, refuses to shake a hand with one of his fans here as he slithers backstage for his Broadway show. That's what he's been reduced to, the once great actor.
Oh, make sure you guys tap the subscribe button if you guys want Vance in 2028, baby. Let's go. Vance 2028. Let's go.
As Quentin Tarantino says, was never actually a movie star, one of the least impressive people in all of Hollywood, somebody who doesn't even live in America.
Come on, George Clooney's the man, dude. Come on, man.
Well, he's worried. That's right. He moved his family to a farm in France because he's worried. Why was George Clooney worried? Why was he worried right here around the time of the election? Was it that Donald Trump was getting back into office? George Clooney was worried that he was in the Epstein files. That's what many people said, and turns out to be true.
So what do you guys think? Do you guys think that George Clooney was actually like on the island? Does this confirm though? Does this actually confirm that George Clooney was tight with Epstein? I don't know, man. I don't know, man.
George Clooney is in the Epstein files. George Clooney does have connections to Epstein. We're going to go through all of them right now, directly from the DOJ.
But yeah, if you guys want Vance in 2028, tap subscribe and tap like. Let's go.
His own website. Here we go.
Let's go, baby.
And Clooney is something that Jeffrey Epstein was sending to someone. You asked to remind you about George Clooney. Confirmed for 12:30 tomorrow. Okay.
It's getting sus, dude.
Kind of in the zeitgeist here.
It's getting kind of sus, dude. It's getting real sus. There we go, bro. My brownie bros, my pink brownie bros, and we dance at the gay club. Oh my God.
We have other emails about George Clooney in Copenhagen with a smiley face emoji.
Hot.
What does George Clooney in Copenhagen mean?
This is getting me all riled up, bro. This is getting me riled up, bro.
I know Copenhagen has interesting girls. Ask Gianni if we could see the agencies on his behalf.
Laugh out loud. Laugh out loud. Laugh out loud.
Still no reply. Kiss, kiss. What? What does that mean? So it's Jeffrey Epstein emailing about George Clooney in Copenhagen, presumably, right? Talking about getting interesting girls in Copenhagen. Getting some agencies to bring them interesting girls. I know Copenhagen has interesting girls.
This is
Clooney.
crazy, man. All the code words, there's a lot of code words and slang and weird stuff that's used in all the emails, which is pretty smart of them to do. But my God.
In Copenhagen.
This is crazy.
Still no reply, kiss, kiss. Okay. Here's more. Can I have him used the same as George Clooney? This is from Jeffrey Epstein's email. Jeffrey Epstein.
But yeah, don't forget to tap the subscribe button. The more subscribers we get, the better. We're trying to reach 8,000 in the next week. So we're trying to get to 8,000 subscribers in a week. Well, sorry, we're currently at 7,613 subs. That's what we're at currently, and we're trying to get to 8,000. 8,000 subs is the goal.
Emailing someone, their name has been blotted out. In fact, what about George Clooney? Huh? Okay. Well, there's just a lot of like commentary about George Clooney. This wouldn't be the first time that George Clooney's name has come up in relation to Jeffrey Epstein. George Clooney accused of sex act with Ghislaine Maxwell. Oh no. What is this exactly?
George Clooney getting some strange, dude. Getting some strange. So it sounds like, at least.
Ghislaine Maxwell,
I don't know, allegedly,
apparently bragged about sexual encounters with George Clooney. Yikes. George Clooney was accused of a sex act with Ghislaine Maxwell. She's currently in prison, obviously, for sex trafficking. Maxwell is accused of recruiting young girls. Ghislaine Maxwell is accused of accusing young girls for Epstein. She performed a sex act on George Clooney. Sex slave Virginia Roberts had a manuscript of her memoirs released by a New York court. Her memoirs say that Maxwell constantly talked about her globe-trotting tryst that she made, where she went around with a bunch of Hollywood actors and actresses. Once she came back giddy as a schoolgirl with an explosion of news, all to build up the excitement in her voice. She was the crown. She'd given George Clooney a blowjob.
Oh, hot. That's hot, dude. That's hot. Ooh, this is getting steamy, dude. Oh, yeah. This is getting hot. It's getting steamy and sexy. OMG. Don't forget to tap the subscribe button and also tap the like button. The more likes and the more subscribes we get, it does help the channel grow in more ways than one.
She kept talking about it and constantly talked about it. It's not known if the...
Yeah, please, for the love of God, subscribe. Please subscribe, everybody. Because I need you and I want you to subscribe really hard. As hard as you can, dude.
Incident actually took place. Okay. I mean, we do know that other Hollywood actors at the time, big-time Hollywood actors like Kevin Spacey, have regularly said and talked about their engagement with Ghislaine Maxwell. There's photos of Ghislaine Maxwell and Kevin Spacey on the royal thrones in England, actually. That Prince Andrew is completely and totally destroyed in these files, photos and videos of him leering and luring over women. And are they talking about George Clooney here? Here we go. This is the Prince Andrew. And they clearly had Prince Andrew dead to rights. So were they talking about George Clooney? Let's read. Prince Andrew swapped gossip with Ghislaine Maxwell about a female friend who had been intimate with an actor named George C. A famous Hollywood actor named George C. Okay. Emails from...
I mean, there's a lot of alleged rumors that Benny Johnson's like gay as hell. I like Benny Johnson, but it wouldn't surprise me if some of the alleged rumors about him having like gay sex and stuff were real, because he seems a little, allegedly a little bit fruity.
Epstein files have revealed.
Let's keep going.
The day before Maxwell's birthday, the prince told the disgraced socialite...
And by the way, that's what Milo Yiannopoulos said. That's what... I mean, I trust Milo Yiannopoulos because I feel like the dude, even though he's a shitster, I do feel like Milo is more of a truth seeker than most of the Republican pundits out there. That's the way I see it. Bermuda, Bahama, come on, pretty mama. Down in Kokomo. Take it fast and then we'll take it slow. That's where we wanna go. Way down in Kokomo.
Diddy has some gossip to pass on. He writes, I do believe tomorrow's significance to you. I spoke with Carol. She mentioned something about a man named George C. George C. was an actor in Hollywood. She saw Mr. C. at the premiere of a new movie. And indiscreet a bit, I don't understand. She said she got licky palm with him. Oh, gosh, what is licky palm? It's something I must try someday. These people are freaks. After George Clooney attended the London premiere of his directorial debut, Confessions of a Dangerous Mind. But it's
yeah, Milo Yiannopoulos is the man, dude. I love Milo.
Unclear if George C. refers to him. Yeah, it's unclear if, like, it's unclear if the
hey, Frog.
This email about
oh my
George
God,
C.,
dude.
actor.
Frog eat frog. My brony brother. My brony brother. Frog eat frog. What up, man? My homeboy. He's in the house. We got Frog eat frog, and he's ready to get down. He's ready to suck all your hogs. He's Frog eat frog. We love you, Frog eat frog. You're the man, brony brother. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yo, yo, yo. It's party time. Party time in the house. All you out there, we feeling good? Hell yeah. I know if anyone I'm in Hollywood, I'm asking. You got to go to a private island sometimes, man. I'm just kidding. Do not go to Epstein's Island, bros.
At his movie's premiere is George Clooney. Okay, got it. Well, nobody wants to get sued, right? Goodness gracious. New Epstein Files bombshell. George Clooney was in Copenhagen. In 2014, George Clooney was in Copenhagen, where Epstein appears to be visiting him, saying, I know Copenhagen has interesting girls. Those are real emails. They're really on the DOJ website. Here you go.
Yeah, dude.
URL right there.
Get it.
They're on the DOJ website. These are real. Clooney shows up multiple times in the Epstein emails. Copenhagen says interesting girls. Clooney's name comes up more than once. Once again, Trump's loudest critics.
George Clooney.
The one's on the Epstein list. Ooh. Well, hello, George Clooney.
I'm Goonie for Clooney.
Yes, another massive Trump hater.
You guys, if you guys can, subscribe to the channel. It really helps the channel grow. If you guys can, tap the like button as well. Yeah, 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 yeah. Let's go. Let's go. Everybody. They call me witty. P. Diddy. Yeah, I think Milo and Fuentes would be incredible, dude. That'd be amazing. I would love that completely. Oh, yeah. They call me witty.
George Clooney was in the Epstein Files talking about interesting girls in Europe. I mean, the emails are real. What happened there? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Sure. That's weird.
Plenty of other scumbags.
Crazy.
And again, wouldn't be the first time that George Clooney has been mentioned by the Epstein inner circle.
Clooney's doing some crazy stuff, dude. He's doing crazy stuff,
George Clooney's
bro.
had a really rough time in the last couple of movie premieres and debuts. He's had $200 million flops. His Rotten Tomatoes is absolutely atrocious here. You can see here the tomato meter. Literally no good movies has been released by George Clooney. He is not a movie star. He is a kind of cringy political actor now with a bad hair dye job, who gets hounded and harassed by Fox News. This is kind of funny. And who has fled the country? I don't know, man. I don't know. If the Congress issues more subpoenas, would love to know. Would love to know. It's always the people you most expect. It's your boy Benny. See ya.
Clooney, man. George freaking Clooney. I never made it away. Couldn't cut it as a poor man stealing. I'm tired of living like a blind man. Sick inside without a sense of feeling. Jack's Cab Confession says, Mr. Garza, your channel Lights me up. FBTC. Love you. Normally fleeing the country is a red flag, to be honest, says Vash. Yep. It's possible that George Clooney, is it possible that my hero and the guy that I model my hairdo after, is it possible that he is on the Epstein list? My hero is on the Epstein list. Damn it. Why do I always pick the wrong heroes, man? I always pick the wrong heroes, bro. Let's see if there's any new clips of Compound. Let's see. Go woke and go broke. So woke. We're looking into more of the damn, dude. Now, this is kind of interesting. Let's see. Yeah, all these conspiracies, man, are getting wild. I need Epstein, dude. I need some Epstein.
Who knew this night could dance like this?
Thank God, thank God, thank God, thank God, SpongeBob, thank God.
Who knew this night could dance like this?
Thank God.
What the F, dude? What the F? The fuck was that, Dicker? I don't even know what I'm watching anymore, bro. I have zero clue what I'm watching anymore, man. I'm just as confused as all of you guys, man. Oh, we got Peter Schiff. I do enjoy Peter Schiff quite a bit.
Joining me now to talk about much of this is...
So we're going to kind of... So here's the thing. I think the Epstein debacle is sort of correlated with the fall of the dollar as the reserve currency. I don't know how, but I think somehow they're correlated. I can't tell you how. It's just an instinct.
Is none other than Peter Schiff. He is the chief economist and global strategist at Europac. He's also the chairman of Schiff Gold. Most of you know this because he's a pretty famous guy. But look, this guy's been around, and he's been right on so many things.
Schiff is the man,
especially when it comes to currency, the U.S. economy, gold.
Yeah, Peter Schiff is a stud, dude. He really is a stud. Total sexy stud. Now, I think we need to get back to the Epstein. Oh, wow. The full leaked interview. By the way, we only watched like 22 minutes of the actual interview that I was watching. Let's take a...
Let's give some basics or some things I want to do inquiry from the others. Walk me through the Santa Fe Institute. What was it about the time of the math? And this was in the late 90s. So they're not going to hear me on this part, right? We're going to do it both ways?
It will not be on the video, but we do have you recorded.
Fine. Remember, when you're answering on these questions, I'm not in the shot. and they're never going to hear my voice. So a little bit you got to repeat in your answer, you got to repeat what my question was.
Oh,
a little bit.
Okay.
Santa Fe Institute. Why, when you're at the top of your game on Wall Street, do you decide to finance, which was at the time, or endow, or become the donor or sponsor, however you want to say it, for what was considered the most cutting edge group of mathematicians in the world? Action.
So Santa Fe Institute in the late 80s, early 90s, I was interested, I was on the board of Rockefeller. So that starts, Rockefeller, it's university formed by John D. Rockefeller to sort of give back to the community. It's east side of Manhattan, except it was old. It was sort of old-fashioned. They were talking about medicine, and medicine by itself was, again, subject to the ideas of science. They were trying to use science to find cures for disease. And I said, no, we need to do something different. We need to start interdisciplinary work. In most...
How did a schmuck like you get on...
If you guys can, to support the channel, make sure you tap the like button. The more likes we get, the better. So please, to help support the channel in the most maximum way possible, tap the like button. We're trying to get to 100 likes before the stream ends. Once again, we're trying to get to 100 likes before the stream ends. So please tap the like button. It really helps the channel grow. It helps me feel like I got a bigger dong than I actually have. I've got a pretty small dong. But please tap the like button. It really pushes us out on the YouTube algorithm. And please don't make fun of my small dong anymore, okay? Stop making fun of my tiny wiener, all right? So tap the like button and please stop making fun of my tiny schlong, all right? It's all I ask, dude. It's not hard.
On the board of Rockefeller. What year was that?
I don't remember. Late, I think 89 and 91.
So that's one of the most prestigious research places in the world, correct?
Yes.
Okay, how did a guy like you get on the board of a blue blood, internationally known, hard research, Nobel Prize winners all over the place? How do they pick a guy like you, a trader from, or basically some guy from Bear Stearns?
Good question. So I was asked to be on the board of Rockefeller, and I think it was, I was on the board of Rockefeller, there was a money manager who said, Rockefeller needs someone with financial expertise because the university is growing and there's lots of new things. You have to, again, we go back to the original discussion the last time. Up until the mid-'80s or sort of early mid-'70s, the most important thing was your name. If you were Rockefeller, you already were considered to be brilliant. If you were head of General Motors, it was your reputation. It was who you knew, who your family was, what was your character. And then in the mid-'70s, basically, if you remember, you probably had a calculator. It was very advanced in those days to have a Texas Instrument calculator, where it could, by putting in the numbers, it would multiply for you to do square roots. And that was the...
Yeah, no, absolutely. Dosito, that's the thing about Epstein, unfortunately, is he was actually brilliant in the world of finance. And he seemed like a pretty competent mathematician, too, from the outside looking in. But this interview is kind of telling. This interview is very, very telling. Give me one moment, though, you guys, before we watch the rest of this. If you guys can, though, please make sure you tap the like button. The more likes we get, the better. It really helps the channel grow. We're trying to get to 100 likes before the stream ends, and it pushes us out on the algorithm quite a bit. So don't forget to tap that like button. I really appreciate it, you guys. Thank you very much. Also, please subscribe to the channel if you want Vance in 2028. Let's go, dude. JD Vance, I want Vance. I love Vance. Give me that JD Vance in advance. Way down in Kokomo. take it fast and then we'll take it slow. That's where we wanna go. To Epstein's Island. Thank you guys for tapping the subscribe button, though. The more subscribers we get, the better. It really does help the channel grow in a lot of ways. So tap the like button, tap the subscribe button, man. We love you, 'cause I need you and I want you. Crawling underneath my skin like the hunger, like the burning.
The first, and everyone who had a calculator was already advanced on Wall Street. A simple almost like your accountant. The most important parts of business were really now going to calculations. So it's not only mathematics, but it's things that could be calculated. Reputation couldn't be calculated. I could give you, are you a 10 on a reputation scale, an 8? What does it mean to have a measurement of your reputation? We'll get to that later. But places like Rockefeller needed someone to say, look, we're entering a different world where numbers and the numbers of companies, portfolio management was going to be balanced. It was going to be statistical. Jeffrey, could you come on the board? Potentially sit on the finance committee, Nancy Kissinger and a bunch of other people. And David Rockefeller and I got along very well. He was an unbelievable human being. Respectful to everyone. He introduced his driver as his colleague, not his driver. He would never say, this is my driver. He said, it's my colleague.
Interesting.
And David started to explain to me world politics. So David would say, Jeffrey, money is going to be sort of the most important things. People don't understand money. You seem to have this knack for money. I said to David, tell me about your life. What was the worst and the best part of your life?
Interesting.
So David said, when I grew up, everyone knew I was a Rockefeller. They didn't know that my father told me he would not leave me a dime.
Oh, shit. No way. So, John D. Rockefeller didn't leave his kids a dime. Crazy.
No money. But every time we went out to eat, me and my 5 friends at school, they would leave me the bill. They would expect me to pick up the check because I was a Rockefeller. And he said, I was chairman of Chase Bank. And he said, I remember like it was yesterday, one of the headlines in Time magazine said, David, please fire yourself. So he thought that there was a world that existed that would be a combination of both politics and business and leadership. What do I mean? He formed something called the Trilateral Commission. The Trilateral Commission is some spooky stuff. People said it was the Illuminati, there's some mystery about it, people
Crazy.
that ran the world. It was politicians, but David said most countries, the politicians get elected for 4 years or 8 years, separate from the royal families in England or in the Middle East. Someone's there for 4 years and then they're not there anymore. The most important people to have stability and consistency would be businessmen. So he formed this Trilateral Commission of businessmen and politicians from 3 major continents. So it was the North Americans, the Europeans, and the Asians. So he said to me, would you like to be on the Trilateral Commission? Now, I was 32 years old. I said, great. And he said, well, you have to fill out this application so they have your bio. And I looked at the list of people, and it was Bill Clinton, former president of the United States, Paul.
So they created this commission. I'm trying to kind of keep up with this. So, a Trilateral Commission, huh? I don't really know much about that, but I am curious to see how he explains it.
Paul Volcker, every great leader in America, the Asians, the Japanese, and with a very long description of their history. And they asked me to fill in what I would like to have written. and I wrote Jeffrey Epstein, comma, just a good kid.
Just a good kid. Well, I'll tell you what. I think that was his wish list, was he wanted just a good kid. Yuck. Dude, Epstein is such a piece of garbage. Like, legitimately, Epstein is vile, human garbage. I can't stand this dude. Dude, the guy's the worst of the worst, man. He's one of the worst of the worst, straight up, man. It's wild.
Which I thought was funny, nobody else did. So in answer to your question, at that time I recognized around the world that monies and currencies were not really well understood. But again, it was only numbers. So
I mean, here's the thing. Cash, you can't call cash money. That's the first rule that everybody breaks. Never call cash money. Cash is utterly worthless, and it continues to lose its value over time. And you're probably wondering, well, how does it lose its value? $5 is still $5. Well, guess what? If the price of bread is $1 today, and 2 years from now it's $2, your $5 that you had sitting under your bed now has less buying power. That's called inflation. Now, the reason inflation exists is because the dollar is not backed by anything. So the dollar is not money, it's a currency. And because it's a currency, the best thing you could do with a currency is rack up on assets. I rack up on gold and silver ETFs, and I swing trade them. And I mainly do that so that way I could pay certain bills. It's a good way to pay bills, I'll tell you. I mean, it's not financial advice by any means. I just love swing trading precious metals. That's just kind of how I operate, man. But yeah, I really do enjoy swing trading precious metals. It's very fun to me. Could you say it's a little bit of a hobby of mine? Sure, I guess. From Bermuda, Bahama, come on, pretty mama. Way down in Kokomo. We'll take it fast and then we'll take it slow. That's where we wanna go. Way down in Kokomo. Way down in Kokomo.
So numbers, and I'll get to the fact that it was bad thinking. Numbers are very good.
Are most people that you meet, even on Trilateral Commission, when you meet most people, do you find most leaders financially?
The one thing I can let's scratch that. None of this is financial advice that I'm about ready to tell you. It's just educational, entertainment purposes only. But the golden rule is if the government can print it, chances are you should have nothing to do with it. And what I mean by that is, one of the reasons I don't save cash is because cash is utterly worthless, and the government can keep on printing it into oblivion. And if we ever lose our reserve currency status, we are fucked. Having a currency that loses reserve currency status is totally screwed. Kilago, Montego, why don't we... Hey, Major General Tao, my brony bro, dude. Major General Tao is another brony bro. Thank you so much for joining in, my brony. It's good to see you on the stream, my brony bro. Faster Stampede says, why hasn't anyone dug in the ground of the island for bones? They really need to investigate the hell out of that island. They need to investigate the F out of that island, dude. That island needs to be thoroughly investigated.
Illiterate. Economically illiterate.
Most political leaders don't come out of a background of finance. Most political leaders come out of a background of being popular. So in some of the countries, in some of the African countries, for example, they might have been.
Hey, if you guys can, though, don't forget to tap the subscribe button. If you guys think that Jeffrey Epstein is a total sicko, if you guys think that this man is a total sicko, tap the subscribe button. If you think he's the most vile human being on earth as well, tap the like button, because we're trying to expose people like this, and we're trying to expose the dirty elites who are making the world a worse place. Jeffrey Epstein was a contributor to the rot of the world. Let's keep going. Let's keep rolling, man.
Military person. They were a general. In some of the African countries, they might have been a disc jockey.
Major General Tao, that's
Or
incredible.
In our country, they would have been an actor.
Epstein has the same glasses as the
knowledge
guitarist from the
of
Offspring Bull
money
Psychos.
isn't- They don't have
Crazy,
expertise. They have
crazy,
no
crazy.
degrees in finance. They really, and this is one of the major problems. Their expertise,
Hey, thank you guys for tapping the subscribe button, though. That really does help the channel grow. Let's keep watching.
if they have any financial knowledge, is of their own checking account or bank account and filling in their own taxes. So
Way down
many
in Kokomo.
world leaders who don't really have a financial underpinning make fundamental errors when it comes to money on a country or institutional level. Let me give you an example. If you, Mr. Bannon, if I said your assets increased last year, you'd say, that sounds pretty good. And I said, what does that mean to you? You'd say, well, I have more money. I guess I'm wealthier. I'd say yes. And
I think I know what Epstein's about ready to say. That even though your asset value increased, it probably didn't in reality. Because if your asset value increases, but inflation increases at the same rate as the increase of your assets, then you're just breaking even. You're just protecting yourself against base inflation, and that's about the extent of it. I think that's what he's about ready to say, but I'm not sure. Let's see.
If your debt increased,
Let's see.
would you feel wealthier or poorer? You'd say, well, I don't want to have increased debt. I don't like the idea of that sound, increased debt. Now, that and world leaders understand when their assets go up, they feel better. However, institutions like banks, things that people don't really understand are financial underpinnings of banks.
It's crazy, man.
When I say your bank, Mr. Bannon, you have the Bannon Bank, you doubled your assets. Sounds good, but what does it really mean? It means people owe you more money. You don't have any money, more money. What? Yeah. A bank's assets are how much it is owed by other people. That's crazy. So if the bank goes from $2 billion of assets to $10 billion, it means people owe it an additional $8 billion, but their assets have gone up. So the terminology of assets and liabilities is different for banks. It's not natural. And what most people, and you ask questions about world leaders, there's many people, I think your old boss Mercer understood, there's a fundamental part of
If you guys can, tap the subscribe button. The more subscribers we get, the better. We're really trying to increase our presence on YouTube. So the simple act of subscribing really goes a long way, and I just want to thank everybody who is really helping with the channel. Thank you guys a lot.
money, which is called fractionalized
Let's
banking.
go.
And fractionalized banking is something that finance people understand.
Let's see. Major General Tao says you also don't have immediate standard of living change just because assets go up. Yep. Yeah, and here's the thing, man. The reason I have assets is because I want to keep up with inflation. I want to keep up with inflation. I don't really want to change my lifestyle in any way. I have no need to increase my lifestyle tenfold or anything. I have no reason to. None at all.
And the people on the street, and when I say people on the street, that's where I was when I started on Wall Street, would find it impossible to believe. Impossible. Why? Bannon Bank, I give you $1. Just one single dollar. In our system of banking, I would say, okay, Steve, I gave you $1. How much could you lend out to your friends? And your natural reaction would be probably something less than $1 because I want to keep something in my pocket. The way our system works is if you as a bank are holding my dollar, you can lend out an additional $8 or $9. No, it's impossible. I only have $1, Jeffrey. We have something called fractionalized reserves, which is if you have one, you can lend out 9.
Fractionalized reserves, man. It works, but it also is frightening because if everybody pulls out their money at the same time out of a bank, that causes a problem. Now, obviously, we have FDIC insurance, but still, that's a really creepy, scary prospect overall.
That's the way our system works. And so not only do world leaders not understand banking, but the man on the street, my father who worked in the park department, it would be beyond his imagination that people could lend out more money than they actually had in their pocket. Next question.
Wait, how did this, in understanding that, when you get on something like the Trilateral Commission, you're on the board at Rockefeller, which is the most advanced research. You get brought into the Trilateral, which is the elite of the elite. How, since you're only at that time
30-something years old,
8 years from teaching at Dalton, right? You're at Dalton.
No, 10 years.
10 years teaching at Dalton.
Yes.
Walk us through. I mean, put us.
Thank you guys for tapping the subscribe button and tapping the like button. It really does help the channel grow. Just simply, please subscribe to the channel. Really, more than anything, we need as many subscribers as we can get. We're almost to, I can't believe it. We're almost to 8,000 subscribers. Like, it just doesn't feel real to me sometimes, but it is real. So if you guys can, it is real. Now, tap the subscribe button, though, if you can. Please subscribe to the channel. It really helps the channel grow. It really pushes us out on the algorithm a little bit further than I ever would have imagined. So tap subscribe, and if you can, subscribe to the channel. Let's go.
In the room, walk me through exactly what it felt like. What it felt like being on the board at Rockefeller. You got these Nobel laureates, and you're sitting there making decisions, and you start to meet these people at Rockefeller. Now you start to meet these people at the Trilateral Commission. What did it feel like?
It's a great question. So what did it feel
That's
like?
what I'm in the business of asking.
Yeah. What did it feel like meeting some of these people like Kissinger or Rockefeller? And those were two extraordinary people. But in general, I think the question, the people on Wall Street, I tell the story, the first day, one of the first days when I was in Wall Street, someone said to me, would you like to buy ATV? And I was looking in the brochure, and I couldn't figure out what stock had a symbol of ATV. And when I finally said, well, I can't find it, and he said, what's the matter with you? Do you want to buy ATV? Which is, he was selling hot televisions, stolen televisions from the floor of the American Stock Exchange, referred to in common parlance as the...
What the hell?
Televisions fell off the truck. So I knew what that phrase meant from Coney Island. But what I found was most people, be it in business, in normal life, or in the world leaders, don't really understand money. It is something they think about. They have a sense of what it is.
And I do feel like I have a leg up understanding real money. Real money is gold, silver, stocks, and real estate. Gold, silver, stocks, and real estate are the real money. Real money equals assets. Money is assets. Cash is currency. I repeat, money equals assets. Cash equals currency. Now, the reason I say that is cash is completely worthless at the end of the day. I do not hold currency. I hold a select amount of currency in my checking account at all times because that's the smartest thing that one can do. However, majority of my net worth is held in stocks, gold and silver. Now, the gold and silver that I have obviously is through ETFs. So, but in my brokerage account, in my portfolio, I hold very valuable assets. I hold the entire world market through the VT. I hold several different ETFs that not only cover international stocks, but emerging markets, all that shit. I am a very diversified investor. In fact, I also have a ton of real estate investment trusts that I keep in my portfolio at all times. And I think that's the smartest thing that one can do, is have a very diversified portfolio of real estate investment trusts. But yeah, no, I love it, man. I really do love investing. It's one of my favorite things. And the real money is assets. Assets are the real money. I don't consider a single family home to be an asset, but I will say this. I do believe stocks, real estate, gold, and silver to be the true money. I would rather have a gold ETF than a savings account, if we're going to be right. If we're going to be honest about this, I would rather have, and this is why I swing trade the volatility of gold and silver prices, because there's a lot of volatility in the gold and silver markets, and it's usually a great opportunity to be able to get a quick profit off of all that. Let's keep watching.
We want more of it, but they also make statements like, we want more money, but we don't want more debt, which just shows a misunderstanding of what money at its core really is. So most people don't, they want to make it, they want to save it, but to understand it
if you save cash, even in a high yield,
laugh out loud,
even in a high yield savings
Think
account.
Epstein is dead? I have a bridge to sell you.
So Major General Tao is saying, think Epstein is dead. I have a bridge to sell you. I honestly, and I've heard some of the conspiracy theories surrounding Epstein. And I gotta say, man, I completely get it. I understand why people think that he's still alive, because he had a lot of connections, man. This man had so many connections, and he had his hands in almost every single pot you could imagine. This man was just in the background, dude. This man was in the background. And yeah, he flew too close to the sun. Absolutely, dude. Absolutely, brother. He flew way too close to the sun. Thank you for subscribing, Wills Keller. I'm going to put your name back up on the board. Thank you, Wills.
Laugh out loud.
Thank you, Wills Keller, for subscribing to the channel. I really appreciate it, my brony bro. I appreciate you really, really hard and really deep. I appreciate you, brony bro. You are my brony. You are my brony bro. Thank you for subscribing. You are such a hoe. Let's keep watching.
Intimately is not a normal character.
At the first trilateral.
It looks like some of the video cut off.
Just give me approximate. You joined the Trilateral Commission.
I think it might be.
And we'll be able to show we'll pull down the chart of where your name was, but just give me roughly when it was.
But yeah, don't forget to subscribe, you guys. Thank you.
Let's say early 90s.
Don't forget.
When you got on the
if you do, Diddy will see you. Diddy will
And
find
had
you.
the
Diddy will find you if you don't subscribe, bro.
In Tokyo. And what hotel?
I would like to say the Hilton, but it's probably not.
And it's a 3-day, 4-day? Give me some
3-day event, and
walk me through the whole thing.
Speeches.
It starts with a dinner. Just walk me through it.
Also, don't forget to tap the like button. We're trying to get to 100 likes before the stream ends tonight. We're trying to get to 100 likes before the stream ends tonight. So tap the like button. Tap the subscribe button too if you can. But most importantly, let's get some likes. Let's get some likes on the board. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Boring.
You couldn't possibly think it was boring. It's bullshit.
It was boring.
You had any stars in your eyes.
No.
Did you fly over privately?
Yes, but it wasn't my plane.
Yeah.
So it didn't count?
No.
You fly over.
Yes.
And
it was
who were the first? Like when you first met those leaders, you had to be wowed.
No.
You're 10 years out of Coney Island.
No, I'm not wowed by people of position. I'm wowed by people of great.
It is interesting his philosophy here, because he's not wowed by, because he is right about one thing. People who get up into high positions in government, you typically are just really good at kissing ass, and that's how they got to where they're at. They're just really, really good at kissing butt. And if you're really good at kissing ass, you can get into high positions in government, because the only people who want to be in government typically are very incompetent people who think that they're smarter than they really are. And they're arrogant and incompetent. So just because you're the leader of a country does not automatically make you a very intelligent person. That's very true. Let's take a look. Let's listen to this a little bit further. All right? Let's listen to this further.
I don't care if it's the bus driver. I don't care if it's the student I had who has teeth coming out.
Well, these guys have to have great ideas. They're the leaders of the three great continents of the world: North America, Europe, and Japan.
No, many of these world leaders become world leaders because they're popular and they were able to get votes, or they were able to convince.
Yeah, sometimes they're just really charismatic. You know, you don't have to be an intelligent person to be charismatic. Sometimes people are just charismatic. Sometimes people are popular. Sometimes, like, look at Tim Walz. I look at guys like Gavin Newsom and Tim Walz. I think that they're really good at ass licking and ass kissing, and I think that's how they got to the positions they're in. I think you don't get to the position that you're in without being a really, really, really good incompetent ass kisser. And I think a lot of these governors in a lot of these blue states are very incompetent. Tina Kotek, super incompetent here in Oregon. Like I said, Tim Walz, super incompetent. Terrible. Terrible.
Convince people to vote for them. I learned later. Many of them were just good at what they did in terms of politics. Remember, world leaders are politicians in general. They're not scientists, they're not intellectuals, they're not great thinkers, they're great politicians.
At the first Trilateral Commission meeting that you remember in Tokyo, sometime in the early 90s, do you remember what were the big issues of the day that they were talking about, and what did you think about it?
Yeah, in fact, it was funny because they were talking about inflation. And they were worried that what would happen, how do you control inflation? And as a mathematician, I didn't understand the concept. I don't understand the concept today. How's that possible? Well, when you talk about most things...
Well, I mean, inflation's pretty easy to understand. I'm surprised he doesn't, because, like, I'm actually shocked that Epstein doesn't understand inflation. I really am. Because, well, inflation's not a good thing. I don't understand why people think inflation's a good thing, because it's not. Whenever you have a currency that's not backed by anything, it's a currency. That's all it is. It's just, it's paper backed by nothing. And if it's paper backed by nothing, that's a big problem. That's a huge problem right there. And I think a lot of people need to consider that to be a problem too, you know. It's a little bit surprising. It really is surprising. Let's keep watching.
To do with money. Money is meant to be local. It's U.S. dollars. Then I understand what it means. If inflation, it means my dollar today inflates, and it doesn't buy as much as it did a couple of years ago. The prices go up. I don't have. It seems that everything is great, but in fact, my dollar.
If you guys can, don't forget to subscribe. Please subscribe to the channel. It really helps us grow. We're trying to expose the woke agenda. We're trying to shine a light on terrible people like Epstein. We're just tired of Epstein, man. So if you guys are tired of Epstein and hearing about him, tap the subscribe button. I think we have Minnesota fatigue. We have Minnesota fatigue, and we have Epstein fatigue. That's what we have. Minnesota fatigue and Epstein fatigue. Please tap the subscribe button. It really does help the channel grow. Let's get back to the show.
Shrinking in value.
If you...
After a career working for major energy companies, And
you're the financial genius here. I'm just a lowly M&A guy.
Sure. If you let me finish the thought.
Go ahead.
So if you're in America, you can feel inflation. Your salary's gone up, but you can't buy the same car. In fact, it starts to feel weird because the value.
That's why I wanted to ask the question. This is my point.
Sure.
The people who live and breathe this, the central banks, have been haunted by the specter of inflation since the late 70s.
Yes.
First off, tell our audience, how did that happen? The two great financial events.
Yep, gold is absolutely real money, dude. Gold is absolutely the real currency. Not currency, sorry. Gold is the real money. Gold is money. Straight up. That's all you need to know. Gold and silver will always be more valuable than the dollar, in my opinion. And their value is going to continue to increase in dollar amounts because the dollar is weak and will always be weak because the dollar is a currency. All currencies are worthless because they're not backed by a single frickin' thing. Let's go. Yeah, all currencies suck ass, by the way. I'm not a fan of currencies. Yeah, currencies suck, dude. Currencies are terrible. I don't like currencies. Currencies are gee.
In the 20th century, I'm not going to get to the 21st, were the great inflation in Europe after World War I, the Great Depression, the hyperinflation in Germany that led to the rise of Hitler, and then this inflation in the mid-70s. What was, before you go to explain inflation, why is this specter of inflation always the central thing in central bankers' minds?
Because it goes back to the first concept I said, the weird concept of fractionalized reserves. The system is not well understood. And most systems, in fact, are not well understood. We don't know how our digestive system...
Stop. This is impossible. This is impossible. The world banking system, the world currency system, the world monetary system has to be so well understood by the Greenspans of the world and the Bernankes of the world and you, right? The currency traders, the guys making billion-dollar bets every day, the legendary guy on Wall Street in the late 90s, Vassalin Brothers.
Lou Ranieri?
No, the guy that wrote the money.
Michael Lewis? Liar's Poker?
Yeah, Liar's Poker. Who's that about? That great trader.
Lou Ranieri.
No, it wasn't Lou, the guy that ran the desk. That eventually ran the hedge fund that went long-term capital.
Yes, I don't remember.
Who's the guy?
I want to say, I don't remember. I'm sorry.
Lou Ranieri is big, but those guys have to understand the system perfectly.
No, they don't understand the system. They understand the local part of the system. So, for example, why is not only inflation, most bankers are terrified if the public understood that the bank really doesn't have their money at any one time. It's one of the things during the Depression, there were runs on the bank. The reason the banks don't keep much money in the actual bank is they assume that not everyone's going to want their money on the same day. So it's not really.
Yeah, bank run, by the way, bank runs can happen at any time. And this is what people don't realize. A bank run can truly happen on any bank at any time. This is incredible. And fractional banking, like, I think it's a little bit flawed. Quite a bit flawed, if we're going to be honest. But yeah, what they do is they loan out, for every dollar you put in, they're loaning out about $8 to $9 for every dollar that you put in or something like that. They're loaning out $8 to $9. It's crazy. So fractional reserve banking is kind of a wild concept. I'll admit it. It's a wild, weird fucking concept. If you guys can, though, the more subscribers we get, the better. So please tap the subscribe button. We're trying to get to 7,700 subscribers. We're currently sitting pretty at 7,623 subs. The more subscribers we have, the better. So don't forget to subscribe as soon as you can. And if you don't, P. Diddy is not going to be happy with you. So don't forget, tap subscribe. And you know what? If you can, I politely ask, please tap the like button as well. Let's continue watching. Let's continue watching creepy frickin' Epstein explain the honestly, he's explaining the financial system brilliantly. He's explaining the system to the core, and he's exposing how stupid the system actually is. And I think that's the worst part about this, is he's explaining just how stupid the system actually is. And that's the craziest part about it.
The fear of inflation. The fear is a run on
Wild.
the bank. Everybody wants to take out something that doesn't really exist. Inflation is tied to interest rates. It's a more complicated example. But when your money doesn't buy the same amount of product this year than it did last year, if it buys less and less, like it happened, you used the term hyperinflation. There's certain countries that are not managed well, like in Africa at the current, a $100 billion bill, $100 billion bill in Zimbabwe is worth 1 American cent.
That's crazy. A $1 billion bill.
That's the perfect example
Crazy.
Of hyperinflation. It goes up, it doubles every day. So people are afraid that their value in the system starts to break down. But so if I said to you, does your doctor understand your body system?
Crazy.
You'd say, well, I hope so, because I want him to keep me healthy. But you could have a kidney infection, you could have a heart attack, you could have a broken knee. There's lots of pieces of this system. And in fact, when you ask the question, very few doctors understand your entire body. There's a specialist for your knee, there's a specialist for your polynoidal cyst, there's a specialist for your head, and now we have specialists in different areas.
It is really cool to be able to watch the whole Epstein interview with Steve Bannon. By the way, I'm watching this from DJ Vlad's channel, so don't forget to subscribe to DJ Vlad. I'm going to give this a like, by the way. Let's keep watching.
So
and also don't forget to subscribe to this channel. The more subscribers we get, the better. We're trying to reach 7,600 subscribers. Once again, we're trying to reach we're already at 7,000. We're trying to reach 7,700 subscribers. I repeat, we're trying to reach 7,700 subs. Can you believe it? We're currently sitting pretty at 7,625 subscribers. But if we can get to 7,700 subs, I will be freaking out, man. I will freak the F out, dude. I will go cray-cray. Let's go.
I'm going to get to your first question about Santa Fe Institute. The world economy and your body are both comprised of little systems interacting with each other and making one big
crazy, wild.
This is what
6'7"
for all the little guys out there.
6'7", 6'7", 6'7", Epstein, 6'7",
30 years.
6'7", 6'7", 6'7". JK.
Have everything. The guys in the room making the decisions. The party of Davos guys. You're sitting there. You don't think many people today really understand the complexity and really all the moving pieces and how they interconnect to the world's financial system.
No, not only don't they understand the complexity, and that goes back to Santa Fe Institute was an attempt of trying to see if there was a way to mathematize.
It's crazy that this sick bastard, that this son of a bitch, this sick piece of shit, understands finance better than most people I've ever talked to about finance. I mean, this guy's I'm not going to lie, the dude's a financial genius. He's a monster, but he is a financial genius. I do want to give a shout out to thank you, Jonathan Welsh. I appreciate the subscription, Jonathan Welsh. Let me put Gaynor Iveson.
Laugh out loud.
Thank you, Gaynor Iveson, for subscribing. I really greatly appreciate it. And let's give Jonathan Welsh one more round of applause for subscribing to the channel. I really want to thank you, my brony brother.
Laugh out loud.
Thank you so much for subscribing. I really greatly appreciate it. You are my brone. You are my brony brother. We are the brony brothers. Bronies all day.
Formalize or algorithmically understand what the term complexity means. That goes back to the original question. Complex systems are complex.
Brony. Happy poop yum yum. Happy poop yum yum. Everybody give me happy poop yum yum. Happy poop yum yum. Happy poop yum yum. Well, so we're going to do a little bit of intermission from time to time. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to look up YouTube.com. Epstein. We're going to look up Epstein. We're going to look up some Epstein shorts. We're going to look up the greatest Epstein shorts. Epstein AI. Oh my God. Epstein versus Diddy Part 1.
Let's end this once and for all, Jeff. Your time has passed 6 years ago.
My buddy Nate Dogg sent me a short video of this earlier, but this is the full version. By the way, who do you guys think is going to win? Do you guys think that Diddy is going to win, or do you guys think that Jeffrey Epstein is going to win? This is AI generated, by the way. This is all AI generated, this Diddy versus Epstein thing. Who do you think wins the battle? Get ready for the next battle. Round 1, fight. Round 2, fight.
It's time to go.
Is that you, Diddy?
This is so epic. I'm not gonna lie. This reminds me of like, it has a little bit of like Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, maybe a little bit of Bleach, but definitely Dragon Ball Z. Straight up, dude. Dragon Ball Z. I'm trying to figure out though which one Goku is in this scenario. Maybe Jeffrey Epstein is Ichigo. I think Jeffrey Epstein is Ichigo. And Diddy is... I don't know. Diddy is Kentaro Away. All right? Diddy is Kentaro Away and Jeffrey Epstein, and this is Ichigo.
I know.
Eminence of the Matrix. So it's like Dragon Ball Z, the Matrix, and some post-apocalyptic style movie. I don't know. This is amazing. This might be it's sad that this is just AI because this is so hilariously epic. This is amazing. This is why computer parts this is why graphics cards and in memory and RAM are so expensive these days. It's very true. It's very, very true. I agree. Gonna lie, the song is actually kind of cool. It's I think it's a Lady Gaga song, but I feel like it's like a remixed version of a Lady Gaga song, and I love Gaga. She's an insanely talented gal.
Imaginary technique, baby oil detonation.
Baby oil detonation, dude. Domain expansion. So fucking tight, dude. So tight. I'm not gonna lie. If this became an AI series, if this became a legit AI series, I'm not kidding, man. If this became a legit AI series, I'd watch every episode. No joke. I would watch every single episode of this. I already feel my eye roll. I think it's a Gaga song. It sounds like Gaga, man. Is it Gaga? Is it Lady Gaga? I don't know, bro. I don't know. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. They're fighting so quickly, dude. This is wild. No, it's Rihanna. Fady eye roll. Dude, I want to see, I want this to be, seriously, I want this to be like a real AI series. Like, if they made 100 episodes of this, I mean, this is still better. This is still better than half the animes out there. I would watch this over the majority of the... I would watch this over anything on Netflix these days. Most of the garbage on Netflix... I'm going to tell you, most of the garbage on Netflix, I don't even want to watch it. I would rather watch Diddy versus Epstein. I want this Diddy versus Epstein AI. I am hooked. Dude, that is so fucking... can I just say this? That might have been one of the most epic things I've ever seen. Okay? That is so freaking epic. Domain expansion. Baby oil. Fucking A, man. Fucking A. Now, Nate Dogg, are you talking about Vampire Sucks, the movie? Because that was a great parody movie to Twilight. That was an incredible one. I think that's the one you're talking about. I don't know if that's what you're talking about, but... Vampire Suck, though, was a pretty funny movie. I haven't seen it in a long time, but it was pretty funny, man. I love it. We'll watch the official trailer. Here we go.
I want you to meet my family.
We've heard so much about you. Paper cut.
That's great. I gotta admit, this is actually a pretty good parody. I actually watched this a long time ago, and it's an incredible parody of the Twilight movies. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable.
Someone here ordered Chinese food?
From the guys who couldn't sit through another vampire movie, take aim at Alice.
Where did you go, silly rabbit?
You don't get it. I'm a killer.
Explore the situation.
Who are they? Snooki, JWoww, DJ Polly D. Wait, no, not the dirtbags from the Jersey Shore.
And get ready to go gaga.
I finally found someone as freaky as me.
Lady Gaga?
Too freaky? Oh, yeah!
Oh, I see why. That's great.
On August 18th.
That's funny.
The battle begins.
It's raining men. Hallelujah, it's raining.
The bigger the hit, the harder it sucks.
Jacob, why did you just take off your shirt?
My contract says I have to every 10 minutes of screen time.
That might be the most, by the way, that might be the most accurate fucking... That might be the most accurate fucking part of this movie right here. That was the thing about Twilight. Yeah, Jacob had his shirt off pretty much the entire movie. And hey, you got to see those nice pecs, though. You got to see those washboard abs and those fucking tight pecs, dude. Hell yeah. Fuck yeah. Let's go.
You know who we are, don't you? You're the Black Eyed Peas.
Why does everyone always think we're the Black Eyed Peas?
That's amazing.
Jacob, run! A chihuahua?
Vampires suck.
Edward! Edward! Where? Edward, we love you. You're the best. No, Jacob's the best!
That's amazing. That's so fucking amazing. So good. So friggin' good. My brony bros, dude. I'm going to look up... Oh, actually, you know what? This is a good one to react to. Rucka Rucka Ali, bitch.
Never been up inside of any man. Now it's thought of my dick as meant for girls. But I just had sex with guys. And his ass is like, you be gentle. You stick your dick in my skin. Don't come in me. Please pull out instead. Pull up in me. Now I'm thinking, am I gay? Am I gay again? Man in my hands, oh my pretty.
By the way, this is the greatest parody song in the world. And Rucka Rucka Ali I'm pretty sure Rucka intentionally tried to sound like the lead singer of Creed when he did the song, and I respect the shit out of it. It's actually a parody of Hemorrhage in My Hands by Fuel, one of the other greatest bands ever. But this is probably one of my favorite parody songs in the world just because it's done so well. It's done so well. So good.
Heard that HIV's contagious. I've heard it's only gay if you lick their butt. I met outside, feeling once or twice. Then his dick got long, over and over his boner was hitting mine. God, he made it. Please spit on my chest for life. Now I'm thinking, am I gay? Am I gay? I guess. Like semen in my hands, in my ass, on my penis. Like, I really isn't gay. I blowed a man once, but not two. Was never even by. I love it. This is so amazing. If you guys get bored, look up Am I Gay? Rucka Rucka Ali. Once again, look up Am I Gay? Rucka Rucka Ali. The sexiest man alive, dude. I love Rucka. So hot, so sexy, so fucking steamy, dude. Don't come in me. Pull out and say, come in me. Now I'm thinking, am I gay? Am I gay? I gay. I've seen man in my hands, in my ass again. Thinking, am I gay? Am I gay? I gay. Yeah. Yeah. Rucka Rucka Ali, dude. Rucka fucking Ali, bro. Rucka Rucka Ali. Rucka Rucka Ali. Oh no. Dude, Rucka is the GOAT. Can we just say that? I think we all know that Rucka Rucka Ali is the GOAT. Just don't even need to say anything. There's nothing even to say. There's nothing left to say. How the hell we wind up like this? And why weren't we able to see the shines that we missed and try to turn the tables? Oh my god, dude. That was insane. That was insane. I'm going to look up some more Epstein AI. All you need is Epstein AI. That's all you need. This dude might be in the files. Oh my god. Oh, here's some Jeffrey Epstein AI. It looks like WWE.
Hold on a second. What are you people yelling? Wait, what? Rapist? Where does that even come from? My name is Jeffrey Epstein. I don't know who rapist is supposed to be. Stop calling me that. Hold on a second. What are you people?
That's funny, dude. That's so funny. Dude, this is amazing, dude. Holy crap, bro. My brony bro. You're a pink brony bro. And you dance at the gay club. All right, so we're going to watch the rest. Well, not maybe the whole thing. I don't know if I have the energy to watch the rest of the full Epstein interview with Steve Bannon back in the day, but this is pretty good. I got to admit, Jeffrey Epstein's a total monster and a total piece of shit, but I totally understand why billionaires went to this guy. I totally get why billionaires went to this guy to understand financial markets. I understand if you have a lot of money and you want to understand financial markets, this guy might have been your guy. This guy might have. I'm not saying he's a better investor than Warren Buffett by any means, but I think in the field of overall finance, understanding how the financial markets worked, I mean, Epstein was a well-read guy. Epstein was a really well-read guy. But he was also a total psychopath and a total piece of shit. Let's keep watching.
By definition.
Let's keep watching.
Not necessarily, it's not one level of complexity. We might say, well, our fingers are complex. The movements, the muscles of our hands. But it's not as complex as the blood system. Now I have a circulatory system.
If you guys can, though, please tap the subscribe button. The more subscribers we get, the better. It does help the channel grow. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you don't subscribe, Diddy's going to find you. Maybe. I don't know. I can't verify that. But Diddy knows what you did. There's a lot Diddy did in this city. There's a lot Diddy did with his dong.
I have systems on top of systems, so that there's no one group.
Look, I'm trying not to. Look, it sucks. Okay, I am a nerd when it comes to finance, and when I hear this guy speak about finance, I'm not gonna lie. He's brilliant. He understands finance. Like, by the way, he's garbage, he's scum of the earth, he's an evil, rotten bastard. But at the same time, man, it doesn't stop the fact that this guy understood finance, the financial markets, really, really well. The baby intestine, dude. Yeah. I'm trying to Yeah. But anyway, let's It's sad because we're getting a lesson in finance from the devil, it looks like. We're literally getting a lesson in finance from the devil.
Or a person that really understands the way the body works. There's no one group that understands the way the financial systems work. You might understand U.S. bond market. Now, you've asked about the trader, long-term capital. That was a bond.
Thank you guys for
fund.
subscribing, though. I really appreciate it. It really helps out the channel a lot.
Complex system. So the goal
Laugh out
of
loud.
the Santa Fe Institute was to see, is there a way to get in, somehow understand how complex systems interact? Fast forward, Steve, to
Laugh out loud.
Today, where Google and these other engine companies, the other tech companies, are trying to build artificial intelligence. The strangest thing
Laugh out loud.
that they found, one of the
Oh, this is crazy because he's talking about AI. Epstein is talking about AI and how a lot of these big tech companies were developing it. I think this what year was this interview? Okay, so the footage surfaced online around late January 31st to February 1st, 2026. So it originates from approximately 15 hours of video Bannon personally recorded with Epstein in early 2019, likely March through June at Epstein's Manhattan townhouse. So this was in 2019. And Epstein was well aware that Google and all the big tech companies were in development of AI. Like, he was aware. This is crazy, man.
One of the strangest things is that the systems that they design is artificial.
I mean, then again, it was probably all public knowledge, but I wouldn't be surprised if this guy had a really, really deep understanding on a lot of this stuff. He seemed to have his hands in every single pot. That's the crazy thing about this guy. He had his hands in all sorts of pots. It's weird. It's crazy. It's wild.
Intelligence, which a lot of people have heard about, is they design a bunch of systems. They're called neural nets. The term simply taken out of brain work, neurons in the brain. Nets because they actually look.
Hey, I want to thank you guys for subscribing, by the way. We just got 2 new subscribers. We have, we're currently sitting at 7,634 subscribers. I repeat, we're currently sitting pretty at 7,634 subs. I want to thank everybody who's taken this time to subscribe. If you guys subscribe today, it really helps the channel grow, and we're really pushing ourselves out on YouTube. We are making a real big footprint, a super footprint, if you will, on the YouTube algorithm. And the more subscribers we get, the more it does help the channel. So don't forget to subscribe, and I love you, man. I love you.
Look like a net. They put in some inputs. The computers work, spit out an answer. Sounds normal to you. It's because you're thinking about that calculator you had in 1976 on your desk. When you ask the person who designed the system, how did it come to that answer? How did your neural net, can you show me the calculations? They say, no, we don't know. We don't know how the thing
Laugh out
we
loud.
designed actually came up with that answer. That's pretty strange.
Okay, to Roan Soen, dude, admit it or not, the dude, Epstein was actually a brilliant guy. He was a terrible man, by the way, an evil man, an evil, terrible human being. But just because he was an evil, terrible human being doesn't mean he didn't know his financial. It doesn't mean he didn't understand the financial world. And this is what I'm trying to say: is you could be an evil person, but still be an intelligent dude. And I'm not excusing. I am in no way excusing the evil that he committed. Do you guys see what I'm saying? I'm not excusing the evil. But what I'm trying to say is I want to understand what he knows about the financial markets. Cuz if he is willing to reveal how the financial market rot actually works, I am able to navigate markets like a champion if I really take the time to understand what he is saying. Do you see what I'm saying? So while he is an evil monster, this evil monster, unfortunately, understands finance better than most people I've ever heard talk about finance. Like, he really is surprisingly brilliant. He is. Like, he's a terrible man. He was a terrible human being.
They take the same neural net now,
Anyway.
and they put it in front of a video game. No learning, nothing. They said to the computer, they say, sit in front of your video game and learn how to play. It seems the computer learns better than any human in history.
It's crazy that it is crazy that they've trained computers to learn. You know what I mean? Isn't that kind of wild? It's wild how advanced artificial intelligence has gotten. Man, every time I use ChatGPT, I am like, ChatGPT, can you tell me I'm pretty? But no, every time I use ChatGPT, man, I'm bewildered at some of the data that I give ChatGPT, and the calculations that it's able to do with complex inputs is really impressive. The outputs produced from the inputs that I give it and some of the parameters that I give it, the more parameters I give it, the better. But yeah, no, Epstein was, I hate to say it, but brilliant. He was brilliant in the world of finance. Other than that, he had no moral compass, and he was an evil son of a bitch. He was an evil son of a bitch. If you guys can, though, tap the subscribe button to subscribe to the channel. The more subscribers we get, the better. We're trying to get to 7,700 subs. We're currently sitting at 7,635 subs. Once again, we're currently sitting pretty at 7,635 subscribers. Let's keep going.
Faster than any human in history, beats any human in history. But when you ask the designer how did it do it, no one knows. It just did it. So that's the first little touch of things that we already have gotten to a place where we don't understand it, and we built it.
On Sunday afternoon,
Frickin' ads, dude. Hey, do you guys think that you guys can help me? Do you guys think you could help me buy YouTube Premium, please? I need help. I need help. How do I buy YouTube Premium? How do I buy a YouTube Premium subscription? How does that work?
September 14th, 2008, where were you?
Ooh woo. Ooh woo.
It was the night they put Lehman Brothers in bankruptcy in London.
I was in jail.
Seriously?
Yes.
So the financial crisis of 2008 happened when you were in jail?
Yes.
Oh, this is going to be so amazing. This is going to be so amazing.
Thank you so much for subscribing, Mr. Justice. I want to give a big shout out once again. Thank you, Mr. Justice, for subscribing to the channel. And then thank you, Sean Schreiber, for subscribing. Thank you, Gay Nor Iveson for subscribing. Thank you, Jonathan Welsh, for subscribing as well. I really appreciate it, my Bruni brothers. You guys are amazing.
Laugh out loud.
And you guys rock. Thank you.
I take it you didn't have your Wall Street Journal dropped off to you in the morning, your Financial Times. No. How did you hear about how did you hear about? Because I want I'm
laugh out loud.
I forgot about this, but yes.
I'm trying to get this. Is going to be amazing. This is. Let's go back and do that again. Sunday afternoon, because I want to find out about
laugh
people
out
that
loud.
geniuses understand.
Hey, thank you guys for subscribing. We just got even more subscribers, which is crazy. Thank you so much, Mr. Justice, for subscribing. I really appreciate it. Let's give a shout out again to Mr. Justice. I really want to say thank you, man, for being a brony brother. Ooh woo, ooh woo, ooh woo. Hey, if you guys just subscribed to the channel, please let me know. If you guys simply chat the word I subbed or subscribed or something like that, I will highlight your chat on the screen. So let me know if you guys actually subscribed to the channel, and I'll be more than happy to highlight your chat on the screen. Does it sound good? Let's keep going.
The complexity of the financial system, because I think the best example we have is the financial crisis, the crash of 2008. Sunday afternoon, September 14th, I think it was, 2008, is when...
Thank you guys for subbing, by the way. Hey, thank you, Zachlyn Scott, for subscribing. I really appreciate it. Hey, let's give a shout out, a warm shout out to Zachlyn Scott 9653. Thank you so much for subbing, my brony brother. If any of you guys subscribed, thank you, Lloyd, for subbing. I appreciate it. Thank you for subscribing, my brony brother. You're so pretty. Thank you, Greendale Chevy, for subscribing. Thank you, my brony brother. Greendale Chevy subscribed. Lloyd subscribed. Lloyd J6C. Zachlyn Scott 9653. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you to all you guys for subscribing. Hey, if you guys want to follow their example, make sure that you guys subscribe to the channel. And if you guys do subscribe to the channel, please let me know that you subscribed. All you have to do is type in the chat that you subbed, okay? If you subscribed to the channel, just simply type in the chat that you subscribed so I could give you a shout out, so I could highlight your name, and I really want to thank you. Let's keep going.
They were working feverishly in Midtown Manhattan at the Lehman Brothers offices and at various law firms around town, and with the Secretary of Treasury in the Federal Reserve, what they're going to do with Lehman. They decided they weren't going to sell it, and so they prepared to put it into bankruptcy at the open of the market in London the next day. How did you hear about what was going to happen to Lehman Brothers, and what did you immediately think when you heard that it was going to be put into bankruptcy?
I'm glad you asked that question.
Steve B says I worked on his island for 2 years. Of course you did. I bet you did.
I was in solitary confinement September 14th.
Laugh out loud.
And
that was good timing on the laugh out loud, by the way. Thank you so much, Angelia. Thank you so much, Angelia, for subscribing. Let's put your name back up on the board.
Laugh out loud.
Thank you so much, my brony brother. Hey, if anybody subscribes, please let me know in the chat. If you subscribe to the channel, and thank you again, Angelia Burleson, for subscribing, I want to make sure that I give you guys a shout out for subscribing. So if anybody subscribes, type in the chat that you subbed, put I subbed or sub or subscribed, something. Let us know that you subscribed to the channel, because I want to highlight your name in your chat on the screen. The more subscribers we have, the better. It does help the channel grow in a lot of ways, and you guys are a part of a growing revolution of brony. We're the brony brothers, dude. We are the bronies. We will fight. We are the bronies. We fight for our right, bro. Dave, thank you so much, Dave Nasty, at Dave Nasty 5085. Thank you so much for subscribing, my brony brother. I greatly appreciate it, man. You're a stud. You're so sexy. You are so beautiful to me. Thank you so much, Janie Webb, I appreciate you subscribing. I really do. Let's give a round of applause to @JanieWebb for subscribing to the show. And if anybody else has subscribed to the show, please let me know in the chat so I could put your name in the chat logs on the screen, because little did you know that you were subscribed the entire time. Maybe.
Again, some of the public stories about the wonderful time I had in jail and my work release, which didn't come till months after. I'd been there since June in an 8x10 cell with a bed in the back, a 6-foot bed in the back, a chrome sink with a toilet attached to it, and a little piece of metal sticking out that was supposed to act as a table. Now, since I was in jail, there were no books. Why? There's no library. No library, but you're in jail. No, I was in jail, not prison. So in jail, I was in a place what's called the Special Housing Unit, which is for the roughest, toughest, meanest people.
Ah, so Epstein was one of the roughest and the toughest. But because he was a chimo. He was a chimo. That's what he was, man.
They had put me there, they said, for my own protection. So I was in a 8x10 cell with a little slit in the door where they would serve my food on a tray about 9 inches by 4 inches. And then as soon as I finished eating, they would take the tray and close it down. And one of the guards said, do you understand there's Wall Street's crashing. I'm worried about my pension fund. What should I do?
Oh, this is interesting. This is interesting. Hey, billionaires should exist. Wait, why do you think that billionaires shouldn't exist? Wait, why should billionaires not exist? I'm totally fine with billionaires existing. If somebody ends up accumulating a net worth of billions of dollars, and usually, by the way, billionaires, just to let you know, billionaires do not keep their net worth in their checking account. What they do is they keep their net worth tied up into the ownership of the companies that they have. A lot of these guys own, like for instance, Elon Musk is a billionaire, but not in cash. Elon Musk is a billionaire because his net worth is measured mainly by his stocks, his ownership in Tesla, for example. Yeah, I think billionaires should absolutely exist. I don't see why not. Can you tell me why billionaires shouldn't exist? What is so bad about billionaires? Tell me, what is bad about billionaires? Like, why? If somebody creates a company and they happen to make billions of dollars because they've sold a product or a service very effectively, and the value of their company goes up along with the shares of their company, why shouldn't they be a billionaire? They absolutely should be a billionaire. I see nothing wrong with billionaires existing. I really don't. If you happen to have assets and the value of those assets get to $1 billion, good for you. Like, seriously, legitimately good for you. Just because a lot of you people are too stupid to hold on to your assets or too stupid to invest doesn't mean that billionaires should stoop down to your level. Billionaires should not stoop down to your level. Yeah. And I think by the way, I think it's great that they avoid taxes. Who the hell wants to give their money to the government anyway? If you can legally avoid taxes, I say that's amazing. Legally speaking. Yeah. Hey, you know what? Don't get mad at rich people for doing it better than you do. Don't get mad at people for creating businesses and becoming billionaires. But you want to know why? By the way, if you want to become a billionaire, create a very successful business, create a product or a service, if you want to be a billionaire, create a very successful business. I don't think that Jeff Bezos should lose his assets because you're whining about him being a billionaire, right? I see zero reasons. What the hell? Why should Jeff Bezos sell his assets? Why should Elon Musk sell his assets? You do realize that net worth, I don't think you guys understand that net worth is calculated by assets and liabilities. So you calculate net worth by assets and liabilities. Obviously you find out what your liabilities are. Your assets minus liabilities equals net worth. And by the way, in the equation, cash is technically an asset, whatever. Hey, you know what? He created a successful business. If everybody hated Amazon, by the way, if Amazon is such an evil company, why do so many people use it every day? Tell me that. By the way, the only reason Amazon exists is because of people using it to buy products. So if Amazon is so evil, how come so many people use it? Tell me. If Amazon is so evil, why do so many people use it? No, seriously. If Amazon is so fucking evil, why do people keep using Amazon.com? By the way, there are other places to shop. You don't have to shop at Amazon. You could shop at a local business in your town. You could shop at Target. You could shop at Nordstrom. You could shop anywhere. I don't care where you shop. But look, if you think that Amazon is the worst company in the world, if you think Jeff Bezos is so evil because he has $1 billion net worth, because he created a company from scratch and turned it into a super conglomerate, I see nothing wrong with that, dude. I see zero wrong with that. I see nothing wrong with it, dude. And by the way, it's not easy to start a company. Do you know how difficult it is, by the way, to start a company? Dude, it's extremely tough to start a company. You know, one of the reasons why all you guys are broke as shit. Do you guys want to know the truth as to why you're broke? It's because you don't invest. If you guys took the time to invest instead of buy stupid shit, I bet half of you guys in the chat are all guilty of buying stupid stuff. I bet all of you guys buy really ridiculous stuff in the chat. I bet if I was to do a financial audit on each and every single one of you guys, you know what I would find? I would find that you guys are probably buying Labubu's, and you're probably buying butt plugs and Labubu's. That's right. You guys are buying butt plugs and Labubu's, you sick, sad people. And you're probably wasting your money on Mr. Beast chocolate bars and Prime energy drinks from Logan Paul. Hell yeah. I may live in a shitty apartment, but I'm rich as shit. Hell yeah. Okay, I'm not rich as shit, but I would say that I've accumulated quite a bit of wealth. I'll just put it, it's because I took the time to invest, and I didn't, this is the problem. Everybody's trying to look rich, but nobody's trying to be rich. I'm going to repeat what I just said. Everybody's taking the time to try to look rich, which honestly puts you in debt even further and makes you poorer.
Laugh out loud.
Everybody's trying to look rich when they really need to start doing the actions that are necessary to become rich. I'm talking about invest. Make investing your lifestyle. Make investing your lifestyle. Make investing your lifestyle, man. I swing trade precious metals. I swing trade ETFs. I do a lot of stuff. But hey, just because I look broke don't mean I am. This is one of the funniest fallacies that I see in society. This guy right here, Scott, he says, "You look broke. You look broke, bro." Yeah, drip coffee. Dude, one of the reasons why I'm not broke like you, Scott, one of the reasons I'm not a brokey, I'm going to start sounding like Andrew Tate real quick. Brokey, you're a brokey. I'm a top G. Unlike you, Scott, I'm a top G. You don't understand what a top G is like. You don't understand the top G. I'm a freaking genius because I'm a top G. I'm a top G sparkling water. All right? I want to drink my sparkling water in my Bugatti. Okay? Bugatti. Top G. I'm a top G. Let's keep watching Epstein, dude. I'm so sick of my rants. I'm so sick of my own bullshit. No, but I am serious, though, that most people, the reason that people live paycheck to paycheck is because they can't take the time to lower their lifestyle for even a second to try to invest and try to create a better life for themselves. Instead, they bitch about how shitty their life is instead of trying to make a better life for themselves. If you want to make a better life for yourself, just frickin' invest. What are my thoughts on crypto? Crypto is a Ponzi scheme. It's bullshit. If anytime you see the word crypto, think dog shit, horse shit, bullshit. Let's keep going.
And I said, sorry, Wall Street's crashing. What's happened? And he said, there's some crisis and some companies are going bankrupt. I said, are you sure? And he said, yeah, it's all over the papers. We're all terrified. We're going to lose our life savings because we have either a
Nikki Gebhard says, bro has no awareness. On the contraire, I think I'm more aware than any of you guys. I'm serious. I think I'm more, by the way, dude, I'm going to turn into Andrew Tate for a second because I hate it when people say like, because honestly, I think most people don't have to live paycheck to paycheck. I honestly think that living paycheck to paycheck at this point in time is a choice. If you can't lower your lifestyle even for a second, you're the problem. If you can't buy generic, if you can't make your own coffee, then you'll never be a top G. You'll never be a top G. You'll never be a top G like me. Tristan. No, I'm not. How am I delusional? You know, one of the reasons why I was able to accumulate a really large portfolio, one, I'm trying to overcompensate for my small penis. Two, the reason I was able to accumulate a large portfolio is because I buy my food from the Dollar Tree. And honestly, I'm cheap as shit. I still buy Whole Foods, by the way. I still buy apples and shit and all that, but ironic. I could ask you the same thing. You're asking if I was dropped on my head as a child? Probably. But I will say this. Even if I was dropped on my head as a child, maybe that's why I'm so brilliant. Maybe that's why I got my life together and you don't have your life together. If you wanted to get your life together, you could. You probably could. Look, I don't know your circumstances, but every time, so many people have an excuse for everything, and it pisses me off. Like, by the way, there are some valid excuses out there, but most of the time, most of the excuses that people make for the lack of whatever the hell they have in their life. So, no, really, seriously, the excuses that people come up with for the lack of what they have, it's on them. You got to stop with the excuses. Like, if you want to feel sorry for yourself, okay, feel sorry for yourself, but please only feel sorry for yourself for about 5 minutes and then start thinking about what you need to do to make your financial life better. And if you make your financial life better, you might be able to be more like this guy. Okay, maybe you don't want to be like this guy, but you might be as intelligent as this guy when it comes to the world of finance. All right? Anyway. Hey, can I just ask you something? Nick, why are you so upset with what I'm saying? Tell me what is wrong. Tell me what is wrong with what I'm saying. If you can tell me what is wrong with what I'm saying, I might agree with you. I might agree with you, by the way. If you can tell me what is wrong with what I'm saying, it's all you got to do. I think a lot of you guys I think you guys have an Epstein complex. I don't think you guys hate Jeff Bezos. I think you want to be Jeff Bezos. I repeat, I don't think any of you guys actually hate Jeff Bezos. I don't think you guys hate billionaires. You're so jealous and envious that you yourself want to be the billionaires. You don't hate Jeff Bezos. You want to be Jeff Bezos. I repeat, you don't hate Elon Musk. You want to be Elon Musk. Top G. You want to be a top G. Top G, top G, top G. I'm a top G. All right, let's keep watching, dude.
401k or our pension funds, we don't know anything.
I love fucking with the chats. I love fucking with the chat so hard, dude. It gives me such an erection.
About money, Mr. Epstein, can you tell us, like, what's going on? Am I going to be able to afford my children's education? Am I going to be bankrupt, like this company called Lehman Brothers? And there's another company in the front page today.
I ask you again, why is it wrong for billionaires to exist? If you create a company and it is massively successful, you do realize that the system that created this was done by everyday people. By the way, the reason that Jeff Bezos is a billionaire is because of you. It's as simple as that. Did you know that Jeff Bezos would have never been a million? By the way, Amazon started out as a very small company. I want to make this very clear. Amazon started out as a very small company, and do you want to know what made it grow? Average, everyday people. I repeat, average, everyday people are the reason that Amazon went from a small company to a huge conglomerate. Seriously. Oh, and by the way, I don't believe in trickle-down economics. I don't. I do believe that businesses create wealth, but at the end of the day, I don't really believe in trickle-down economics. Here's the thing. I don't believe it's up to a company to babysit your life. I don't think it is. I really don't. I think it's up to people to, yeah, I'm a billionaire bootlicker. Massive cash injection. Sure, and by the way, I just want to let you guys know that some of these people, like Nate Dogg said, massive cash injection from mom and dad helped too. Yes. But here's what I'm trying to get at, is that even if he got a massive cash injection from his mom and dad, Amazon started out as a small business and it grew into basically the Walmart. I can't speak, you guys. God, you guys got me tongue-tied. But what happened was it turned into the conglomerate it is. By the way, if you guys, just to let you know, raise your hand if you've ever shopped on Amazon. If you've ever bought a product on Amazon.com, say I. And by the way, if you guys have ever purchased a product from Amazon, you are also responsible for Jeff Bezos becoming a billionaire. If you guys have ever shopped on Amazon.com, you yourselves are responsible for Jeff Bezos being a billionaire. So if you guys want to get mad at Jeff Bezos, you guys are looking in the wrong direction. Instead, I want you to go to your bathroom. I want you to look in the mirror, and I want you to say that I made Jeff Bezos a billionaire because I kept shopping at Amazon, which is actually a really, really impressive business. Yeah, exactly. Convenience sells. So you know who made Jeff Bezos a billionaire? Lazy fucking twats. I repeat, do you want to know who made Jeff Bezos a billionaire? Lazy fucking twats that are going on Amazon.com and buying bullshit for no reason. So if you want to know the truth, the people, you know who really made Jeff Bezos a billionaire? All of you people. All of you. All you lazy bastards that kept shopping on Amazon.com when you could have took fucking 10 minutes to drive to the supermarket. You son of a bitch. Yeah, you guys, you all made Jeff Bezos a fucking billionaire. You all made Jeff Bezos a billionaire. If you have ever shopped on Amazon.com, you contributed to Jeff Bezos being a billionaire. Straight up. So you know whose fault it is? Take a look in the mirror. It's you. Yeah, so take a look in the mirror. Next time, if you guys get pissed, hey, thank you, the Whooping Crane. I appreciate the 100 for 2 joules. I appreciate it. Yeah. So anyway, by the way, I just want to let you know I'm an avid Amazon user. I use Amazon.com every day, and it doesn't faze me in the slightest that Jeff Bezos is a billionaire. In fact, I would actually hate to live in a society where your wealth is capped. I don't believe anybody's wealth should be capped. If you want to be a billionaire, if you want to be a billionaire and you actually can make it happen, good for you. If you want to be a trillionaire and you can somehow make it happen, good for you. You know what? You know what kind of bullshit countries cap wealth? Communist countries. Do you want to know what kind of bullshit countries cap wealth as well? Socialist countries. Any sort of collectivist BS countries. How is it, Jim White, how is it a horrible take? I am giving you the best take in the world, and I'm giving you the hottest take on a silver platter. I'm giving you the sexiest, most beautiful take on a silver platter. With my mussy, all right? People agree, bro. People agree with me. More people agree with me than you.
Called Bear Stearns. Oh, no, I said. Why? Because that's the company I was...
If you guys can, though, don't forget to tap the subscribe button. The more subscribers we get, the better. And by the way, yeah, if you guys have ever shopped on Amazon.com, yeah, you guys contributed to Jeff Bezos being a millionaire. Give yourselves a pat on the back. Give yourselves a pat on the back. Because if you guys are going to be hypocrites... And by the way, if anybody complains about Jeff Bezos being a billionaire and they've ever used Amazon in their life and they're complaining about Jeff Bezos being a billionaire, go suck your own wiener in a car, in public, maybe not in public, in private. Just don't even suck your own wiener. Just pretend I didn't say anything. Everything that you just heard right there is fiction and falsehood. There we go. That'll save my ass.
A partner in. And in fact, that was a company I had a very large investment in. So... as a great story. I didn't have my Wall Street Journal, but in the early mornings, you're allowed to make 2 phone calls, collect. And when you pick up the phone, you can dial a number, and when the person picks up, they say, you're getting a call from the Palm Beach County Jail. Will you accept reverse charges? And the person either says...
Oh, shit, hold on. Go back.
But...
So Major General Tao is saying Epstein is extremely likable. I think he's got to be innocent. So Major General Tao, why do you think that Jeffrey Epstein is innocent? Why are you saying that Epstein is... So you think that Epstein was innocent? Is that what you're saying? I mean, this is crazy, man. Thank you so much to the Whooping Crane for the 100 for 2 joules. I really appreciate it. But yeah, I think a lot of people are just jealous and envious. Massively trolling. I know you're massively trolling. by the way, Major General Tao, I just want to let you know I love rage baiting the audience just a little bit. I have a knack for making people angry. I'm really good at it. I got to admit, I'm pretty good at making people upset. I don't know how. I don't know how. It's really an art form, if you ask me. I think it's a real art form to make people pissed off at you. I think it's a beautiful work of art half the time. Thank you so much for all the views, you guys. Everybody's been. I want to thank everybody for tapping the like button and tapping the subscribe button as well. We've gotten a lot of subscribers. Thank you, Nate Dogg, for the happy poop yum yum. Happy poop yum yum. Happy poop yum yum. While we watch Jeffrey Epstein coon. Happy poop yum yum. Happy poop yum yum. Happy poop. Happy poop. Happy poop yum yum. Happy poop, happy poop, happy poop, yum yum. Everybody wants to have a happy poop, yum yum. Have a good night, Nate Dogg. Get a good rest, my man. And may Jeff Bezos be with you. Nah, have a good night, man. Have a good night, my brony. But Epstein. Also, by the way, Nathan, before you go to bed, check under your bed for Jeffrey Epstein, okay? Don't forget to check under your bed for any Jeffrey Epstein. All right? Watch out. Watch your back, bro. Watch your back. Jeffrey Epstein is coming. I think. Are you guys scared of Epstein? I'm scared of Epstein.
In the early mornings, you're allowed to make 2 phone calls, collect. And when you pick up the phone, you can dial a number, and when the person picks up, they say, you're getting a call from the...
Oh, I got a happy poop, you guys. We got to do the happy poop dance. Hold on. Happy poop, yum yum. Happy poop, yum yum. Happy poop, happy poop, happy poop, yum yum. Happy poop, yum yum. Happy poop, yum yum. Happy poop, happy poop, happy poop, yum yum. Happy poop, happy poop, happy poop, yum yum. Happy poop salad, yummy yummy. Happy, 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 happy poop. Happy poop, yum yum. Happy poop, yum yum. Happy poop, happy poop, happy poop, yum yum. Happy poop, yum yum. Happy poop, yum yum. Happy poop, happy poop, happy poop, yum yum. Happy poop, yum yum. Happy poop, yum yum. Happy poop, happy poop. Happy poop, yum yum. Thank you so much for the happy poop, my brony brother. Thank you, Michael Young, 8252, for the happy poop yum yum. I appreciate it, brony.
Palm Beach County Jail, will you accept reverse charges? And the person either says yes, and the call goes through, or the person says no. The person I had called was Jimmy Kane, the president of Bear Stearns.
That's wild, man. The president of Bear Stearns, bro. Oh, we got another happy poop yum yum, dude. Hold on. Every time we get a happy poop, it interrupts the video. But I have to sing the happy poop song, okay? Here it goes. Here's the happy poop song. Sorry, you guys. Every time somebody gives me a happy poop gift, I gotta sing it. Thank you, Thank you, T Baines 6048. I appreciate it. Happy poop yum yum. Happy poop yum yum. A happy poop, happy poop, happy poop yum yum. Happy poop yum yum. Happy poop yum yum. Everybody wants a happy poop gift all day. Happy poop yum yum. Happy poop yum yum. Happy poop, happy poop, happy poop yum yum. Happy poop yum yum. Happy poop yum yum. Happy poop, happy poop, happy poop yum yum. Happy poop, happy poop, happy poop yum yum. Happy poop.
And I said, tell me what's going on. And so that my knowledge of the financial crisis happened with Jimmy, who was at the center of the storm, telling me about what Lehman had gone under, and they were trying to figure out a way, should they bail out Bear Stearns?
Did it strike you at the time of the mess you had made of your life to be in a situation?
Thank you to everybody who subscribed to the channel. We're currently sitting pretty at 7,650 subs. Once again, we're currently sitting pretty at 7,650 subs. I can't believe it, man. We're almost to 7,700 subscribers. We're so close to 7,700 subscribers. So if you guys can, please tap the subscribe button. The more subscribers we get, the better. Tap subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. We're really trying to get to a certain point. We're really trying to leave our footprint on the YouTube algorithm. So please tap subscribe. It really, really helps. It helps in more ways than one. So I want to thank you guys, my brony brothers. Tap subscribe, tap like. Let's keep... Oh, thank you, T-Banes, for subbing. Hey, by the way, if you guys do end up subscribing to the channel, here's what you got to do. If you guys tap the subscribe button, if you guys become subscribers, make sure you let me know in the chat, okay? Once you hit the subscribe button, just go into the chat and say, I subbed, or I subscribed, or subbed, or something. And I will highlight your chat so I give you guys credit for taking the time to subscribe to the channel. And I really appreciate anybody who takes the time to subscribe to this channel, because at the end of the day, it really does help the channel grow in more ways than one. So I want to thank everybody who is contributing so far to this channel. Just by simply subscribing, you are a big help. That's all I got to say. Let's keep going. Let's keep rolling. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Release all the files. Round 1, fight. Round 2, fight. Final round, fight. Yeah. Round 1, fight. Round 2, fight. Round 3, Eddie Lopez, 8223, sent a 6-7. 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, yummy, yummy, 6-7, yummy, yummy, 6-7, yummy, yummy, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7. Thank you so much, Eddie Lopez, 8223, my brony bro. You're a pink brony bro, and you dance at the gay club. Oh my God, I'm just having fun. Eddie Lopez 8223 says, did I pay for that or that's free? I think if you give it as a gift, sometimes YouTube gives people free jewels. So if you had jewels that were already in your jewels wallet, that's just whatever jewels you had. So I want to thank you, Eddie Lopez. Honestly, at worst case scenario, even if you did have to pay for that, I think it was only like 35 cents. 67, well, technically it'd be 67 cents for you. But yeah, thank you, Eddie Lopez. Anyway, I want to give you your flowers, my brony brother. Thank you for the gift. I really appreciate it more than you know. I really appreciate it, man. Thank you. You're a pink brony bro, and you dance at the gay club. Oh my God, I'm just having fun on stage in my hooves. I'm wearing a man thong down at the...
That you're one of the greatest financial minds in the world, looked at by world leaders, and
he's one of the goats, dude. Jeffrey Epstein is one of the goats when it comes to finance.
The most prominent and important people in the world, and here you are in solitary confinement. You got to make a collect call to somebody. Did it strike you at the time how?
I mean, this is crazy, man. Jeffrey Epstein is recollecting his time in jail in this clip. It really is fascinating. Because from Jeffrey Epstein's perspective, he believes he did nothing wrong. And that's what Epstein believes. He believes he did nothing wrong, and, obviously he did. Obviously he's a total cretin and a creep, but in his mind, he did nothing wrong. He did nothing wrong, man.
How all the threads of your life had come together and put you in a position, or you had put yourself in that position?
No.
So it never struck you when you had to make one of your 50% of your collect calls that day, you called the president or the head of the CEO of Bear Stearns. The biggest financial event in your life is taking place, of which one, every important person in the world would be seeking your opinion. Number two would be a one.
Hey, thank you. I want to give a big shout out to everybody who subscribed today. I'm going to list a few names of people who subscribed a little bit earlier today, within the last hour, actually. These are just a couple people, just 5 people that I'm going to show them on screen. I just want to highlight you guys for being really cool, for being really awesome, and I want to show you guys on the what are you talking? Let's see.
Laugh out loud.
Eddie Lopez says, "Sound like a little bit you on his team, my boy." What? No, I don't have any kids. No. What are you saying? What's a bro? A brony bro, dude. I'm a pink brony bro, and I dance at the gay club. I dance at the gay club.
Once in a lifetime opportunity to apply your craft. Number 3, it would be a once.
Again, I want to thank everybody for subscribing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate the sub. I appreciate all the rub-a-dub-dub.
Lifetime opportunity.
Thank you for the sub, rub-a-dub-dub. Thank you for the subscribe. I appreciate it, Aaron. Thank you, Brony.
Truthfully, that it never hit you at all of how you had ended up in a place where you had to make a collect phone call from a jail cell that was 6x9 with a steel bed and your food being passed in through a slot.
I mean, this really is wild.
The question you want to ask is, who was the other call to?
Okay, who was the other call to?
The other call was to my friend at J.P. Morgan, who was then, I didn't know it at the time, trying to buy Bear Stearns. So at one point, I had 2 phones. It was difficult because they're afraid people are going to hang themselves with the phone cord. So they don't actually come together and they're pretty short. So I was actually going between 2 phones talking to Bear Stearns and J.P. Morgan at the same time. So I found it amusing.
And it never.
That's kind of wild. He was going between both of the phones, talking to them at the same time. That's wild. That really is wild.
Struck you about how to end up in a situation like.
Joe Time 777 is asking, "Is this live?" This is a lot. I mean, I'm reacting to. I am reacting to a video in real time. Joe Time 77. I'm reacting to Jeffrey Epstein being interviewed by Steve Bannon. This is from like 2019, and we're kind of learning a little bit about finance. We're doing a real deep dive into the world of Jeffrey Epstein.
Like this?
No, that would be probably means I would be too self-aware.
In a lot of ways, what we're really trying to do at the end of the day is we're trying to understand why this guy is the devil. It really is like trying to understand the devil. When you're studying Epstein, you are studying the devil. I really do think that Jeffrey Epstein is the devil, wholeheartedly. I really believe that. I really think so, dude. I think Epstein is the devil. And you know what? Anybody, you guys can say whatever the hell you want, man. But Epstein is the devil. Epstein is the devil.
You can't possibly expect me to believe this.
I know. I don't believe it.
You're telling me that during that day, you never had a moment. You sat there and go, what the fuck have I done with my life that I'm in a 6x9 jail cell when I should be on a trading desk or I should be in my $250 million, greatest townhouse in New York City taking calls from the king of Saudi Arabia, the president of China, the head of Russia, the president of the United States to save the world's population from a financial debacle. You're honestly expecting...
And this is crazy. So Jeffrey Epstein's basically saying that he was consulting, he was giving Bear Stearns in some other financial institution, like, advice on how to proceed. That's crazy. You know, it's so funny that Jeffrey Epstein understood the rot of the financial world way better than most people. Like, it is kind of impressive. I got to admit, it is very impressive.
You believe that never happened.
You're suggesting I was somewhat depressed, and how could this happen to me?
I'm not saying depressed. I'm saying a moment of awareness of how could I get myself into this situation.
No, I would just say how strange that this happens. It's strange. I'm wearing a jumpsuit and flip-flops.
What color was the jumpsuit?
Brown.
Brown jumpsuit.
Yes.
I notice I don't see you in a lot of brown.
No.
Brown jumpsuit and flip-flops.
Flip-flops, yes.
With no access to books, no access to newspapers,
no access to anything.
You had lived on information.
Except my Almond Joy bars. I had extra Almond Joy bars.
Did you eat Almond Joy bars and things like that because you're afraid of what the cooks did to your food?
Yes.
Is that because of that you were in for the crimes that you...
I mean, that's crazy. So, I mean, basically Epstein thought he was going to get poisoned at all times of the day. Like, Epstein, like, legitimately thought he was going to get poisoned, I guess. And what's kind of crazy is I can't say I blame him for thinking that way. Think about it. Can you really blame him for thinking that? He knows what he's done in this life. He knows that Jeffrey Epstein knows that he's made a lot of enemies. A lot of enemies, man. Lots and lots of enemies, bro. And that's just the truth. Give me just a moment, though, you guys. I need to take a second. I may end the live stream here in just a little bit, too. I'm just a little bit tired. I really am tired. Holy crap, man. So flippin' tired. Not too bad, though. Yummy, 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 yummy fruit salad. Fruit salad. Yummy, yummy. Fruit salad. Yummy, yummy. Okay. Yeah, this is wild, man. The more I dive into the freaky world of the Jeffrey Epstein files, the more I'm just like haunted. I feel haunted and disgusted. It's a weird world. It is a very weird world, diving into that shit. Holy crap, man. Yeah, some people think that he's still alive, which is wild. Some people don't even think he died. And obviously, I can't say I blame anybody for thinking that. It kind of makes a little bit of sense that people would think that. And I get it. I mean, sometimes it's easier to believe in a conspiracy because when you feel like the world is lying to you, especially the mainstream media, it feels more logical to believe in a conspiracy theory.
You were in for it?
No, it was just in fact, I was...
Is it because you're wealthy?
Yes.
How did you know that?
Well, people would constantly come, if I was passing by or I'd have to go for my medical, people would either ask to borrow money or make some other types of comments about...
In the beginning... What were the comments? At the beginning, what were the comments?
It serves you fucking rich guys right. that you're here next to me.
There was nothing about your crimes.
No.
So all this rumor you hear all the time about people in prison that commit the type of crimes you commit, you're saying in your personal thing is not true.
No.
It was all because you were rich.
Yes.
And it was all because they wanted to borrow
Crazy.
money.
This is wild, man. I will admit, while Epstein clearly understands the financial markets, the dude is also extremely delusional about his sense of self, I think. And he really, listening to him talk about finance, I know he's correct because I study the financial markets as well. And it's unfortunate that he's correct about a lot of shit. It's unfortunate. I don't like the person that I have to thank at the end of the day. I do not like the person that I have to thank for this information right here.
Or get advice. Yes.
Where they get advice to go long.
Yes.
You're telling me
is this time to buy?
You're telling me in solitary confinement they're interested in going long.
Yeah. They want to know what
does that say
stocks-
about human nature?
Well, what I think the people find, one of the reasons they wanted to keep me in solitary confinement was they're afraid that everybody would want to know which stocks to buy. But what happened was, after this crisis, now it's on the front page of every newspaper.
I don't want to lose this day.
Sorry.
When you first heard that, was it Bear Stearns had been kicked into bankruptcy, 6 months before?
No, this is the same time. This is part of the same deal.
Thank you guys for tapping the subscribe button. Though the more subscribers we get, the better. Tap the subscribe button, tap the like button. It really does help in the long run. We really want to see if we can get to 7,700 subs. We're currently sitting pretty at 7,653 subscribers. Once again, we're sitting pretty at 7,653 subs. So take the time to subscribe to the channel. It really does help the channel grow.
Loud.
And hey, thank you, Elias Innes. I'm going to put your name back up on the screen so everybody knows that you're a subscriber. Thank you so much, my brony.
Loud.
Thank you for taking the time to subscribe. Hey, everybody, subscribe to the channel. It really helps. Let's stick it to the man. Subscribe to the channel so you could stick it to the man.
I thought no. Bear Stearns. They saved Bear Stearns and didn't save Lehman Brothers. That's
right.
it. 6 months before they had bailed out Bear Stearns, but Bear Stearns was still a zombie.
A shell of its former self.
A former self, but they had quote unquote saved it. They admit. Why did they make the decision in your mind? Why did Hank Paulson and Bernanke? What's this concept of
Hank Paulson and Ben Bernanke. Those are some names, man.
Of moral hazard. Explain to the audience what moral hazard is, and why did they save Bear Stearns 6 months before, and why did the smartest guys in the room decide not to save Lehman Brothers?
It's a good question. The real issue is I'd have to go back when you have these systems to the way your doctor responds to any type of emergency in your body. If they might decide to save your kidneys and let your gallbladder go because the gallbladder is less important to your overall system.
Interesting.
At that time, even it's not that long ago, the boogeyman was when said, well, what really happened? Jeffrey, what really happened? What is this financial crisis? And, some of the progressives and the right wing blame it on the banks. It was the banks' fault. And it's the fault of this very esoteric, unknown concept of derivatives. It was really the derivatives that caused
the derivative markets. So basically, when he says derivatives, he's talking about like call options, put options, and stuff like that. Options contracts. And I love the derivatives markets. I really do. Calls, puts. They're beautiful things, man. And you're a pink brony bro. I think I'm going to set this one for 93. Let's put 93.80. That is if gold ends up getting to that point. $93.80. Don't know if it will. So I put a limit price of $93.80 for the IAU ETF.
Caused this financial crisis.
I'm not going to lie. The way that Epstein talks, I mean, he is one of those guys that he's very articulate. He's very good at articulating his point. It's really impressive in a lot of ways. It's actually kind of scary how impressive it is. And we may have to start studying Epstein's understanding of the financial markets, because honestly, the sad part is this guy actually understands the markets really well, and that's the craziest part about this guy. And he's a monster, don't get me wrong, he's a monster, but monster or not, dude, the guy understood financial markets.
Because the derivatives got somehow out of control and like in the Mickey Mouse.
And that was the way you started your financial.
Hey guys, don't forget to tap the subscribe button. The more subscribers we get, the better. It really does help the channel grow. So subscribe if you think that Epstein's a monster, but you can't. Yeah, I mean, I can't help but admit he did understand financial markets. He's a monster. He's a terrible human being, but he understood financial markets.
Your road to a billionaire went right through derivatives.
Yes, but derivatives were not the cause. Derivatives were not the cause at all. It's like saying your hair was the cause of your heart attack because it was on top of your head.
So what
when you
was
fell
the
down.
cause?
There isn't. Let me say, there's no one specific cause. These are system collapses. So many times when they have to make your death certificate, when you say, well, what did he die from? They'll say heart failure. But if you say, what was the cause of his heart failure? Well, he had low blood pressure, his sugar was high, he was diabetic, he had all these other problems. But they say, no, we need a word on your death certificate. Did he die from brain damage? Did he die from heart failure? That's the financial crisis. Many people said, well, what caused it? They wrote, like on its death certificate, derivatives. But derivatives were not a fundamental. Derivatives are not a fundamental cause of anything.
Was it Sunday or Monday? I take it was Monday morning when you made your two collect calls and you were talking to Bear Stearns on one hand and Morgan Stanley on the other.
J.P. Morgan.
J.P. Morgan. Did you?
But thank you guys for subscribing, though. We're currently sitting at 7,653 subscribers. I repeat, we are currently sitting at 7,653 subs. We're trying to get to 7,700 subscribers. So if you guys can, please tap the subscribe button if you haven't already. The more subscribers that we have, the better. Let's keep going. LOL.
That was Monday morning. Did you, Jeffrey, being one of the financial geniuses in the world, did you understand what Lehman Brothers going into bankruptcy, the domino effect, that by Thursday the financial system would be under such extremis that if it didn't have $1 trillion cash infusion in the United States, it might collapse? Did you know that at the time? Did you view that at the time?
Yes.
You did?
Yeah.
Why?
Again, I don't want to bore you or the audience with the idea of it's a medical procedure, but you had system failures. So you'd recognize that if I said to you, did you realize when your father was on the ground and he was clutching?
My God, silver's going up, dude. Sorry, I got distracted. Silver's going up. Gold is going up. It's all going up, man. Give me 1 second, everybody. Dude, my portfolio is kicking major ass right now, bro. Yeah, I love selling gold. I love selling silver. I love buying and selling gold and silver, man. It's great. Yeah, let's go 28. Cool. I was able to sell it at, what was the filed notional? 28.16. So I sold it at the filed notional 28.16, 28.17. Hell yeah. Give me another moment, you guys. Sorry. Swing trading a little bit. You're a pink brony bro, and you dance at the gay club. Oh my god, I'm just having fun on the stage in my hooves. I'm wearing a man thong down at the Pink Brony Club. I'm gonna keep on fapping at the Pink Brony Club. I'm gonna keep on crapping down in West Hollywood. I'm gonna keep on crapping at the Pink Brony Club. Pink Brony Club. I had some rice, chili, and corn for dinner. That's what I had, man. Hell yeah.
In his chest, and he couldn't breathe. It was a bad situation. He could die. That's how I saw it.
Did you immediately think about the commercial paper market? I mean, the mechanical triggers that actually you had to blow through these circuit boards. Did you know the circuits? Did you understand the circuits? Or did you have a concept of the circuits that were going to get blown through?
Yes, but only because of an analogy to a body. And in fact, from my telephones against the wall with my little metal wires, because the next day I talked to another person in Washington about the issues of what I thought was happening, and I made the same discussion about the...
They were at the Treasury Department?
Yes.
So in a 6x9 cell...
The phones were outside the cell.
In Palm Beach County, California?
West Palm Beach, Florida.
West Palm Beach, Florida.
That's what your juice diet.
West Palm Beach, Florida. West Palm Beach, Florida. West Palm Beach, Florida. You're making a call to Washington, D.C. to talk to some deputy secretary of Treasury.
Someone in Treasury.
Right. Someone in Treasury.
Right.
And that does not, the night before you go to bed, it doesn't dawn on you at all. You never have a moment of self-reflection that, how did I end up on this metal cot when I should be at the center of things?
It's crazy, man.
Telephone. So
crazy.
I said, I can talk to, it makes no difference where I am. In fact, I'm still talking to the same
Wait, why
person
do you think it's AI,
if I
bro?
was at my home in Palm Beach.
Why is it
But
AI?
I'm here in
Your
jail.
home in Palm Beach.
I can dial my own phone.
That's bullshit. No, but you can also make 1,000 phone calls. Here you got to make one, and he's got to take.
Think how much better that was. I had to decide who was the.
Thank you guys for subscribing, though. We're currently sitting at 7,655 subs. Once again, we're at 7,000. I can't believe it, man. We're at 7,655 subscribers. I'm really in a state of shock, and I'm in a state of appreciation, in a state of shock that I've had so many people subscribe to the channel. You know what? I'm going to give a shout out to Elias Enos again.
Laugh out loud.
Thank you for subscribing. Thank you, Aaron O, for subscribing. Thank you, this guy, Angelia. Thank you, Greendale Chevy, for subscribing. Thank you, Mr. Justice. Thank you, Sean.
Laugh out loud.
Thank you, Gaynor. Thank you, Jonathan. Thank you, Willis. These are some of the people that I'm highlighting on the screen that subscribed earlier. I want to thank you guys for subscribing. You're incredible human beings, and you're very sexy. I love you guys. Mwah.
Laugh out loud.
Mwah, mwah. I'm going to give you chocolate kisses. Let's keep watching.
The right person to call. That was unusual for me, because I would have called 20 people.
And what
before.
was his?
Laugh
what
out
was
loud.
the advice you gave him?
I said, you have a sick patient, and it's very much like a sick patient in the emergency room. You can't think about it like your car, People in normal walks of life think about
Thank you,
money
guys. I
and
appreciate
things as
y'all.
a
I
machine.
appreciate everybody's support.
And
You guys are amazing.
unfortunately, So if your
Amazing.
car breaks, cars are always easy to fix. My jets, my cars, if it breaks, I know it can be fixed because it simply follows
Laugh
the
out
same
loud.
pattern. If this part breaks, you replace the part and the thing works again. People and the financial system are not machines. They can't be fixed the same way. You can't simply take out the bond,
Laugh out loud.
put some more juice into the commercial paper market, and that's like replacing the carburetor.
Oh yeah, adamant, dude, adamant. 69696 subscribed when Trump
Laugh
won,
out
literally
loud.
that day. Yep. Hey, I remember you, man, and I was pretty stoked when Donald Trump won, bro. I was pretty damn stoked. I still am. I love Trump Daddy. Trump Daddy.
Laugh out loud.
Hey, thank you, Jonathan Welsh, for subscribing as well. I mean, I'm just giving a shout out to everybody who previously subscribed in the last like hour or two. You guys are incredible. No, I'm a Trump fan. I legitimately loved. I think Donald Trump's a great president, and I know that you guys don't agree with me on that, but Donald Trump is the greatest president of all time.
On the car. It's much more, I
Laugh
have a
out
patient
loud.
who can't breathe, has a stomach problem, can't see, looks bleeding at the same time. What do I do first? I have to think about it as a system. Where's the most logical place? What's the most dangerous
Laugh
place?
out loud.
If your heart stopped, we have to start your heart again. In the equivalent to the money market.
Hey, I want to thank you so much. I want to give a shout out to who just subscribed to me here.
Laugh out loud.
Oh, we got another subscriber. So we got Joseph. Thank you, Joseph Mealy. I appreciate you, Brony. Thank you, Dario Tenio. Thank you for subscribing, man. I appreciate it. 100%. Thank you, Joseph, man. Your just the simple act of tapping the subscribe button really helps the channel. And man, I just want to say I appreciate you for doing that. Thank you very much, man. To everybody who's tapping the subscribe button, you guys don't realize how much you're helping the channel. Yeah, Trump's the man, dude. Trump is the man. But yeah, if you guys can tap the subscribe button, it really does help the channel grow. If you don't want to miss the next stream, subscribe to the channel so that way you can keep up with the channel, keep up with our reactions and everything. But yeah, if you think that Trump is the greatest of all time, tap the subscribe button, man. I think he's the GOAT, dude. I think he's the GOAT. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Let's go, yeah. 10% luck, 20% skill. Let's keep going. 15% concentrated power of will.
Why do I have to start your heart again? I need to get your blood flowing. If your blood stops, you're dead.
Hey, thank you for the subscription, Smooches, Tina. I appreciate you, my brony bro. Thank you so much. Thank you for the sub. To everybody who wants to subscribe, just subscribe. Tap the subscribe button. You know you want to. I know you want to subscribe, everybody. Everybody does.
If liquidity,
Thank
which
you,
is
guys.
the
I appreciate
equivalent
you.
of blood in the financial system, dries up.
Once liquidity is basically cash, putting cash into the
Forget
system.
about what it is.
Okay.
Liquidity is liquidity. It allows the system, it's the blood of the system. You need to pump blood hard into the body of the economy to keep it flowing. And if you, especially when you're worried about someone dying, you're not going to be worried about the niceties of, well, you got the shirt dirty and there was some damage. Pump in that blood, keep that
When
heart
you
pumping
talked to the person in Treasury on Tuesday, the 16th, did you get a feeling as you were?
I will admit, our financial systems seem a little fucked. If I'm going to be honest, I don't even know what you can do. Even if you pump liquidity into the financial markets, it's like, what good is that going to do? What good does that actually do in the end? At this point, I think it's just too far gone, man. I think it's too far gone, bro.
6x9 jail cell in West Palm Beach, Florida, that they were on top of things.
No, you can't. It's impossible to be on top of things. There's no such thing. It's, again, the doctor watching the patient die. You hopefully have some confidence that he's seen it before. He recognizes that there are some steps he has to take first before he bandages the guy's finger or worries about what shoes he has on. So you hope that the people in charge, your doctors who are working on the emergency patient, have enough experience and, frankly, judgment to try to keep the patient alive.
Did
and
you
not
think
do
that
things.
did you think that they had those things, patience and judgment?
They had pretty good judgment, and you needed a lot of luck, just like in the dead patient.
Interesting.
You need to, hopefully you put that blood in and it's not too late.
Let's go, man.
And you make some mistakes, but you have to know you're going to have to give it a shock.
In the run-up to the September crash of 2008,
Yeah.
I guess you weren't occupied with finance. That whole summer, how long had you been in jail?
If you guys can, though, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. If you guys think that Jeffrey Epstein is a total piece of garbage, please subscribe. If you guys want J.D. Vance to run for president in 2028, please subscribe. If you guys think that J.D. Vance is going to win in 2028, please subscribe to the channel. Woo! I want J.D. Vance. Let's go.
That went to jail June.
Let's go, J.D.
So the entire summer.
Yes.
Before you went into jail, you were still very active in the financial markets.
Yes.
When you say active, you trade currencies every day. You trade stocks every day. When people,
I don't do any.
Someone like you, or you give advice to people to trade stocks or trade currencies.
I don't trade every day. I think that's like Woody Allen said. It's you can't beat the bank. So I try to pick my spots. George Soros picked his spot when the pound collapsed. This would have been a great money-making opportunity that passed me by when I was in jail, but that's not how I think.
In the run-up to that, in the spring of 2008, that's when Bear Stearns got in problems, I think, in the spring of 2008, and they decided to bail it out.
Bear Stearns, dude. Bear Stearns, the collapse of Bear Stearns, bro. I don't know the full story behind the collapse of Bear Stearns, but let me tell you something, man. It sounds like it was an ugly crash.
I talked to you for advice at that time in the big crisis in Bear Stearns?
No, but see, again, unbeknownst to most people, and it's easy to blame people for the financial crisis, like you'd blame someone for giving your father the drink before he had his heart attack. But what really happened, the real enemy of the finance system was Bill Clinton. And if you ask me what and who caused the financial crisis, I would tell you it was Bill Clinton.
Because of what Bob Rubin and he did to deregulate the financial system?
No. Because
oh, that's right, because Bill Clinton, it's because Bill Clinton gave out those, not loans, he didn't give out the loans, sorry. He basically made it to where if the banks didn't give out loans to certain races of people, it would be seen as discriminatory, basically. So, for example, if I go into the bank and let's say I have bad credit and I happen to be a minority. Well, even if I have bad credit, the fact that I'm a minority, the bank is taking a risk rejecting me, right? They're taking a risk rejecting me overall because you know what they're going to get called? They're going to get called racist, sexist, homophobe, whatever they want to call it. And the banks didn't want to take that risk, so they were giving loans out to anybody with a pulse, basically. And it didn't even matter. It did not even matter if they had good credit or bad credit. It didn't even matter if they had a job or any income, no income. All that mattered, all that really mattered in the end was bad bets or bad bets or bad bets, man. Yeah. Yeah, at the end of the day, I mean, what it really boils down to, if we're going to be honest with each other, is the financial crisis happened because, I mean, Bill Clinton was definitely the root cause of the problem because he was basically telling banks that, hey, these loans there's no risk to you for issuing these loans to these people who should not have these loans. And if you deny any of these loans, we're going to call you racist and we're going to fine you or something. That's what I think happened. I might be wrong. I don't know how right I am on this one. I do not know how right I am on this. That's my guess. It's all assumption. It's all guesswork. It's all play. It's all play work, okay?
At our 60-minute interview, you talked to me about home ownership. And you asked me whether everyone should own a home. And I told you, no, it's too risky.
Yeah, I think owning a home, if I'm going to be honest, I think owning a home is a pure money pit. I don't think everybody should own a home. I just think that most people should just stick to investing in like stocks, bonds. I'm not a fan of stocks, real estate investment trust, preferably gold and silver. Right? I think those are the key.
So the financial collapse of 2008 is because of hardworking African Americans, Hispanics, and whites who wanted to have a ownership stake in the society that all rests on their shoulders. They're the culprits.
No, not at all.
Okay, then
I didn't say they were the culprits. I was pretty clear it was Bill Clinton.
Okay.
And why was it Bill Clinton? Because Bill Clinton wanted to get votes from those people. And he sold them the idea.
He sold them a fake dream. Bill Clinton sold these people a fake dream. The ninja loans, yep. No income, no job application. They didn't even verify if he had any sort of income. If he didn't have a job, no problem. If he didn't have any income, no problem. These banks were issuing loans to people who were not going to pay them back. And it just ended up in foreclosures. Tons of foreclosures. Yeah, and taxpayers bailed out the banks completely. It's crazy, but you kind of have to blame Bill Clinton. Jeffrey Epstein's right, man. Jeffrey Epstein is right on the money, in my opinion. In my opinion, Epstein is right about blaming Bill Clinton on this one. It makes perfect sense to me. Because if you're making it to where banks have to give out loans to pretty much everybody, it's not a good idea. Because Jeffrey Epstein's right. Not everybody should own a home. Not everybody should own a home. I don't even think I should own a home.
That instead of renting.
And by the way, I'm okay with renting. I am totally fine with renting. I am, as long as I have a really, really hefty stock portfolio, and as long as my stock portfolio is able to help me maintain my existence, I'm totally fine with it. I'm absolutely A-okay with it. As long as I got a sexy stock portfolio, man.
In a house, and historically the values of houses have gone up, and he said, you guys in these local communities who haven't been able to afford a house before, I'm going to show you a way. I'm going to give you a way, because I'm sure I'll get your vote, that you can own a house, because I want your vote. So what we're going to do is I'm going to let you buy a house, Mr. Bannon, when you really, you're right on the border, maybe, or not even on the border. Your credit is not good. Okay, let's be honest. And it's not my fault, it's not Bill Clinton's fault, but if whatever happens, at the moment your credit score or whatever it is, your credit's not good. Now, normally,
this is interesting,
you come
man.
to me and want to borrow money, I'm a bank, and I say, I'm sorry, Mr. Bannon, I can't lend you money because your credit score is not up to where it needs to be. Hopefully, if you work harder and clean up some of your problems, it will be. But no, what I say to you is, I'm going to figure out a way to lend you, not give you. I'm going to lend you money anyway, though you don't have a good credit score. And don't worry, I'm going to get rid of the term that you don't have bad credit. Bad credit sounds pejorative. You don't want to be a person.
Sounds judgmental.
Yes, sounds judgmental. So what we're going to do is we're going to call your credit situation subprime. Oh, nobody knows what that means. Subprime. That means prime is good credit. Subprime is not good credit. Less than good credit. So we'll call it something that people really won't follow. And we'll tell you what. We're going to have people lend you money, though you are a subprime borrower. And
So the funny thing is, subprime basically means that you have shitty credit. in that sense. That the loan that is given out to a person with shitty credit. That's what subprime means in that sense. Pretty cool. No, in a lot of ways, Epstein is letting us know how rotten the financial system actually was during the '08 crash. And it's interesting to see this because he's really revealing the rot of what was happening in the '08 crash. I mean, this is kind of interesting. Yeah, what he's exactly raised new life. Exactly what he's talking about actually happened. Yes, without a doubt.
Figure out some government agencies to guarantee your loan. Though I don't think you're a good risk.
Thank you guys for subscribing, by the way. We now have 7,665. I repeat, we now have 7,665 subscribers. We're trying to get to 7,700 subs. I don't know if we're going to get to that tonight, but if you guys can hear me, tap the subscribe button because it really does help the channel grow. Please subscribe to the channel. I mean it. It really helps us grow. We're trying to grow at a rapid scale, so the simple act of subscribing to the channel really, 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 really helps. So I appreciate every single one of you. I mean it. I appreciate all you guys. So please subscribe to the channel. Let's keep watching.
So the banks say, no. We don't want, initially, the banks said, sorry, this is too risky, Mr. President, for us. We're in the business of managing risk. It's not our money. It's the hard-working people's money sitting in our bank. We can't lend to people whose credit is not prime. You're asking us to lend to people who are subprime. And he says, here's the key, if you don't, Mr. Bannon, I'm going to make sure the Justice Department charges you with discriminatory lending because you refuse to lend to my subprimers.
That's crazy. That is crazy to me, man. That is so wild. Bryce, thank you, Bryce Keener. But yeah, man. I mean, Epstein was an evil, terrible person, but my God, the dude understood the world of finance. I'm going to end on this note. I want to thank everybody who took the time to subscribe to the channel. I think what we'll do is we'll probably end up watching the rest of this in the morning. I am really tired, and I really want to get to bed. So I want to thank everybody who took the time to subscribe today. Who just subscribed? We got Missy Lou Who. Thank you, Missy Lou Who. I'm going to put your name back up on the board. In fact, you know what? I'm going to put
out loud.
As many names as I can on the board. I'm going to put as many subscribers as I can who subscribed earlier today and
laugh out loud.
Who have this isn't everybody, unfortunately. This is just some of the people who subscribed earlier. And if you guys subscribe, you could be like these people. And subscribing is totally free, by the way.
Loud.
All you have to do is tap the subscribe button. The more people that subscribe to the channel, the better. So I want to thank Chris for subscribing. I want to thank Dario Tinio for subscribing. I want to thank Missy Lou Who. Thank you for becoming a subscriber. Thank you, Willis Keller, for subscribing. I really appreciate it. Mr. Justice, thank you so much for subscribing. I really appreciate it, my brony. To everybody who subscribed, man, you guys are really keeping the show afloat. And my God, I can't thank you guys enough. We're currently sitting at 7,600. Oh wow, another. Yep. And again, thank you. These are just people that subscribed earlier that are showing up on the screen, by the way. But we got 7,668 subs. Once again, we're sitting pretty at 7,668 subscribers. I want to thank everybody who has been a part of this. You guys have been incredible. You guys have been unreal.
Laugh out loud.
Thank you, Mr. Justice.
Laugh out loud. Laugh out loud.
Thank you, Angelia, for subscribing earlier. I really appreciate it, my brony. But yeah, to everybody who subscribed, I really appreciate it big time. You guys are incredible people. You guys are helping the show grow at a massive scale. So again, I just want to thank you all for being just incredible people, keeping the show rolling at a massive scale. Tap the like button, tap the subscribe button. The more likes we get, the better. The more subscribers we get, the better. So tap the like button, tap the subscribe button. If you guys think that Jeffrey Epstein is a terrible human being, please subscribe to the channel. We're gonna react to Jeffrey Epstein, the rest of this Jeffrey Epstein interview, probably tomorrow.
Laugh out loud.
And it's interesting, man. I mean, this guy was a total piece of garbage. Jeffrey Epstein was a total piece of shit. Like, you can't even candy coat it, man. The guy was absolute trash. Trashy ass human being, dude. So I want to thank you guys for taking the time to tap subscribe, and I will see you all. I will see you guys tomorrow, man. Yeah, I'm popping off for the night. But yeah, I want to thank everybody for taking the time to subscribe to the channel. It really does help the channel grow in more ways than one. And but yeah, no, and Jeffrey Epstein was a total piece of shit. I absolutely agree, Jim Bob. Jim Bob, I completely agree with you, my brony brother. Hell yeah. All right.